Very good.
School.
We hardly knew you.
Yeah, we heart. Oh. Hey!
Hey!
Thank you. Ah, thank you for. There goes the hype train. Choo.
Choo-choo.
Choo.
Thank you all. So kind. Much kindness. Yeah.
Aragorn is here. Aragorn is here. Aragorn is here.
Chanting.
Screwing up my rhythm. I greet the mods later.
What rhythm? Oh god, should we do the
What?
quick run?
No, we can't.
We're literally
we're
trapped
closed
here.
in by boxes.
Yeah. Oh, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't actually escape, can you?
Oh, we're fully trapped.
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's a disaster.
100%.
Well, rip.
Safety fifth.
No, we.
No, yeah, we're not actually.
Not unsafe. Just...
I would throw myself out the window. We're good.
Is that the ice cream truck?
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Shiranosha, thank
Oh
you
my God,
for
Shiro.
that huge amount of bits.
Wow. Box head.
Bits.
Go on.
Box Hell reminds me of Box Hill, a setting in Emma. I'm so
In
sorry.
Jane Austen's Emma. Yes, of course. Classic.
Funnily enough,
Oh.
shit goes down at Box Hill. So
Hey,
this is
a unicorn horn on my head?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you look lovely.
I don't know. I mean, I do look lovely. Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks a bit, from my perspective, like someone stuck one of those rubber arrows on my head, like. Boing,
I think
boing,
it looks
boing,
like
boing.
one of those
Yeah,
rainbow
rubber
popsicles.
arrows.
Someone squished it on your head.
You remember that bachelorette party, don't you, John?
One day, the
The dark
stories
look.
from that bachelorette party will come out, but
It
it is not this day.
is not this day. Hmm.
No, this day, we do get to thank She Who Knows 10,000 Things for being here. We didn't actually think you were going to make it, but you are here,
Yes.
thankfully, which means that we are
Yes.
not going to be running chaotically because we do not have Entropy's Disciple or Strength of Borders here.
Oh.
They're watching from the sidelines. 1 a.m. over here and your brain bringing less. Don't worry about it. Math is overrated.
Sucks. What?
Yikes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Math confirms that the world is round.
World round confirmed.
Where the hell is your donation overview?
Is that a thing?
What?
Or do you mean like I
Did
get
we miss
receipts when I
something?
subscribe to Twitch channels? Is that what you are referring to? Man, my hair is long. Long hair. And short shorts.
Yeah, did we miss something? And
Has Streamlabs updated a bunch of stuff and broke a lot of things, so
you spilled a bit of water on my head when drawing earlier and had to wait for it to dry.
splash.
See, you don't actually have to do that.
Uh-oh.
You could
Uh-oh.
just
Baptizing himself.
I'm
get my
gonna
head wet.
baptize you.
It's all wet. It's wet and cold.
Oh, it's everywhere.
You did this to yourself,
I
though.
completely did.
Why is it in your mouth? It's that different.
So it's my best.
Yeah, I agree.
Such a waste of hydration. Not necessarily.
Requiem, I did that. I took a intro philosophy class because it was about logic, and then I got there and it was like essentially the math of philosophy, if and then kind of statements. Fucking crushed it because that's my jam. But it was weird. Whoa, Kate. Whoa. Yeah, exactly.
Is that why you love Baba Is You?
No, I think it's a charming game. I'm shit at Baba Is You, actually. Thank you very much for reminding me. Yay!
Yay.
Scott, crank it.
I can,
Crank it.
As per requested, I can turn myself up a little bit there, and you just let me know if that's a little
Yeah,
better.
turn me up a bit.
a
too,
little better
please.
or a little worse.
Hi, everyone. This is me talking, and this is Gale talking. She talks like this.
She does talk a little
She does
differently.
talk
Pyres weirdly talks a lot like me.
Lol.
Yes. Lemon Eater!
Third
Eater, thank you.
Yarr! Third floor wars.
That's up to level 3.
Shoot.
Wow. We're
Well,
so...
technically, No, technically we got to level 2. Now we got to level 3.
Yay!
Rocky!
Okay, I'm gonna need a few things if I'm going to get turned. Excuse me for a moment. I must access my emergency turnt box. Sounds weird.
Gross.
Yeah, it is, sorry. Gross.
It is season finale day today.
Oh,
Now, what does that mean? Thank
that's a good question. I mean, I guess it means probably the closing of a chapter, I imagine. 8-hour stream. Yar.
you. If it was an 8-hour stream that was starting today, we'd be going until 2 a.m. here.
We would
Yeah.
have started like 6
And
hours
some of y'all
ago.
would be pulling all-nighters and all-dayers. You're welcome.
So it means that it's the end of a season. We're going to see what that means. I would encourage people to stick around to find out what happens today. But what I can tell you is that next week will be our season 1 Froyo session, which means that we're going to take a look back at what happened in the over the course of these past 21 episodes, and we will also look forward to the future. Will we have all the answers?
No.
Gale rolls 10,000 successes on her no things roll.
Yep. So, Gale, you now know everything.
Yes.
Excellent.
So a typical Wednesday.
That's my know everything day. All right.
And Froyo.
Yeah, so some kind of cold dessert-like food is encouraged.
I think I said it last week. I'm gonna maybe go a little rogue and aim for a milkshake. Like, I know that that's not the huge, but I feel like it falls well within the category, and I'm really excited about it. I guess is what I'm trying
You
to
just
say.
want to bring all the boys to your yard, particularly Brevin.
Correct. Yes, it's very important that all the boys come to my yard. Thank you very much.
Get out. We're not getting out.
Yeah, Aragwen, what? Was that a milkshake ref? What's going? Oh God.
I think it's because you're scandalizing Froyo.
Oh sure.
Well, for
That's
the...
It's not going to show up. It's tiny. Never mind.
You can, like, reach forward, I guess.
No, I did that last week.
downstairs.
Krister, thank
Hey,
you. The donation,
Krister.
which unfortunately doesn't fill hype trains, but it's super
Thank you so
appreciated.
much, though. It's so
And
sweet.
0% of it goes to Jeff Bezos.
Miles there, Gwen.
That's right, 0%. Well, for the last time this season, have you spent any experience? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Yay.
Fire away.
Much.
I purchased a 4th dot of Socialize.
Woo!
Because I'm trying to solve problems with my words instead of my fists.
Kate, you're not going to believe this. I also bought a 4th dot of Socialize. I also bought a 3rd dot of Survival because apparently I had enough experience for such, which is great. I can, if the socializing doesn't work, I'll just be a hermit in the forest or whatever.
I like it.
Nice.
I bought a 5th dot of Dodge and a 2nd dot of Medicine because I was just trying to spend all my XP.
At that point, you're just like,
Woo! That is a corpse. I know things now.
nailed it.
Yeah.
I can get out of its way.
You like looked at it and maybe poked it a couple of times. You're like, I understand now.
Come on, do
understand.
something.
Come on. Come on.
Bye. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
A lot of experience over the season.
Yeah, well,
Indeed.
it's because I inevitably am too generous with experience.
Oh,
I
sure,
think is
yeah.
really what it comes down to.
And yet, feels good. We're not mad at it.
Yeah, we're not complaining.
Yeah, you'll complain when I'm like, I'm sorry, you're more powerful than the Unconquered Sun now. The game's over.
Yeah, we would
Sunglasses.
Yeah, boom. Exactly. Hey.
I think that's fair, Plucky Hero. Pyres, your shirt is already off now. May I dissect your chest for the wounds?
I'm still alive.
Exactly.
Horrible. Oh.
Oh.
Ugh.
It looks like Pyres has 2 hearts. Oh,
Ah.
no, those are lungs.
Take some notes. Keep us going.
It looks like Pyres has 0 hearts. Yep, because I ate. I ate
Because I
it.
took one out. Yeah, exactly.
Secret lunar.
Hype train.
Toot,
Success.
Foot.
Food.
Doggos.
Food.
Oh,
Choo-choo.
doggos.
Who doesn't love doggos?
Thank you so much, team. I mean team, but also team of people in the chat because you're wonderful.
Well, if it is the season finale, we should probably find out what happened to lead us to this point, which is why we have such things as intel reports that come on in.
Yes, and I will read the first 2 paragraphs.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Want to take
I'll
this
grab
on?
the second two.
Perfect.
I'll take the last stuff.
The intel report. Objectives secured. Enemy commander Cathak Vieran incapacitated and captured by Cathak Oresta and Ladal Gale Whispered, currently en route to rally point. Enemy commander Cathak Morale attacking enemy soldiers and retreating. Oh yeah, enemy commander Cathak Morale attacking enemy soldiers are retreating. Full motives and objectives uncertain. Not currently cooperating with either army.
Enemy strategic cell disrupted. Sinisiantel and Cathak Pyres eliminated Strategoi and obtained strategic information, currently under assessment. Sinis Bracken, beneath Chuin, Pelop Seven Fingers, severed fingers, sorry, Pelop Severed Fingers, and Imposter Bracken, all located and correctly identified. All living command staff in contact. Chain of command reestablished.
Rally. All forces return immediately to rally point. Anathema disguised as Bracken has engaged. They brought foul demons to crush our teachers. They murdered and mutilated Garavel as he lay helpless. They have killed our brothers and sisters for their cruel ambitions. We can spare no ounce of strength, no drop of blood. This ends now.
Yeah! The intel report's getting real fiery.
It ends now because a pit to Malpheus opens and everything just falls in.
Oh, wow.
Spoilers.
I just love the idea that somebody writing for the intel report was like, the butterflies came and they just grabbed their notebook and hid somewhere, and they've been like scribbling furiously ever since.
Oh, yeah, this will be great. I'm going to win a Pulitzer.
To be honest, that's what a lot of wartime journalists do.
That's true, actually. It's a good point. It's true.
I don't do
Oh,
Buffy plots, Kung Fu Fenris. I don't kill people arbitrarily.
Whoop. Well, yeah, anyway. We should do one of those, actually. Sorry. Oh, I ruined it.
Yeah, we could. That would be
We
fun.
should, though. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
There are better things to do than imitate Joss Whedon.
Oh, got that.
So, do you have any questions before we, move along forward? Because once we hit the monologue, we're hitting hard. So
We're
Who's
doing... Oh, yeah, we should talk safety as well, John?
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Right.
I'm asking you questions because we're
Oh,
going to
oh,
go
I'm
safety
sorry.
to monologue. I'm
Okay.
setting this out.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. No, we're all together in the... It's not the barracks, but it's like the sort of command post
Yeah.
that we've established.
the lecture hall?
The lecture hall, thank you. So no questions for me.
No.
Who's in charge of the bells at the moment? That's a very good question, Kung Fu Fenris. Who is in charge of the bells at the moment?
Seven Fingers seems to think he is.
Sinis Bracken also thought she was.
Yep.
Well, Bracken, anyway.
Let's find out.
Yeah. Party.
All right. Well, if there aren't other questions, then we're going to move on. Here at RPG Clinic, we have selected safety tools for our use. We tell you about them because it's important enough for you to know about safety. Whether these tools are right for you is something that only your group can choose. But here's what we have. If we show the green card, otherwise known as the play card, it means everything's all good. I am letting you know that I am enthusiastically consenting to what's going on and ready to continue playing. The yellow card, otherwise known as the pause card, means I need everybody to stop for a second, pay attention to me. I have something that I need the table to be aware of. I don't need the game to stop. I just need you to pause for a second. Maybe it's because we're approaching a line or a veil. Maybe it's because I need to make sure that everybody is aware of how I'm feeling. Maybe it's etc., etc. But until I put this card down, the game does not continue. But when I do, we can keep going. The red card means stop. I'm not okay to continue. We need to stop play because we're on stream. A red card may mean that we will move to a be right back screen. And we need to figure out how we can make sure that everybody, not just the person who lifted the card, but everybody feels safe and supported and ready to continue. Once everybody is ready to do that, then the game may proceed. However, I will point out that you do not have cards, but you do have options. If you are watching and you do not feel comfortable with what's going on, you always have the option of messaging a mod or RPGClinic themselves. If you whisper RPGClinic, I will see it. Otherwise, you can whisper Aragorn, who is the mod who is currently here. And above all else, if you do not feel safe, you can always leave chat or leave the stream entirely. We don't want to see you go, but we do want to see you take care of yourself. We're good?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I miss the learning. I'm not currently attending school. And there was something nice about being able to say that at this time, I am dedicating myself to learn. I haven't stopped learning things, but I don't currently engage in any organized education. That being said, there's a lot about school that I don't miss. The inflexible schedules sometimes were hard to deal with. Certain teachers pissed me off. Certain classmates pissed me off. Certain times I had to take a class not because it was something useful for me, but because I had to prove that I knew how to do a thing in order to get a piece of paper. All of these things are unfortunate. But I can still feel fond about the time that I spent at school. Your time at school is possibly coming to an end today, but not your story. The funny thing about school is that it is often seen as the end of an era and then the beginning of a new one, but all too often in the media, when school ends, the story ends. The last day of school is the last episode. And that isn't the case here. The story will continue. In what form, I don't know. In what way, I'm not sure. And with whom is a question mark. The only constant that I can tell you that I know for sure about this story from this season to the next is the four of us and the rest of you. Beyond that, it's going to be what you do today that will make the difference. This is your story to write. This is your last day of school. It's going to be you who figures out whether it's teachers' dirty looks or a ravaged hellscape that awaits you.
Thanks.
I will remind you that the last thing that occurred was a challenge of
rock, fire, air.
Yeah.
and it went something like this: rock, fire, air.
Oh,
Anticipated, sorry.
Commander.
What I missed?
This is not an engage for battle. This is a stunt for her to start to flee. Fracken is essentially trying to distract you as best she can before she turns tail and runs.
That's so low.
You are in the lecture hall. That was your base, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, your forces have been spread out. You are covering your exit and covering the other students. So there are only a number of people here, and most of them, I should point out, are wounded.
Yeah.
That are being held behind. She is attempting to turn and run. The people who are present. Seven Fingers is here, although he is badly wounded.
Yeah.
Juin and Bracken have only recently arrived. You have access to your hearth. All of you are here. Flavienne, Siontel, and the three of you. Brevin is here. And Quick Rat was sent away because he was going to go and get chains to tie up who is currently unconscious, you actually because of repeated blows to the head.
Woohoo! I forgot about
Viren.
that. Suck it, Viren.
So she is fleeing. What do you do?
Because I had just challenged her to disappear.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to remember what it is that prompted all of it, that's all. So I had challenged her to disappear like she had before.
Yeah, you challenged her to a game for leaving rights, is what I
Yeah.
wrote down, but that's probably not what you said.
More or less.
Yeah.
You essentially
Commander-
said that if she won, then she could.
She
could go.
definitely
Yeah.
did not win.
That,
Although
I'm
I
gonna-
don't believe that the challenge was made specifically like, if you win, you can go. I think it was, you know.
I think that was the intention. Because this is Oresta's Bracken check. Is like, I'm going to play a game, and if you play the game, then you're Bracken, and if you don't, then you're not.
I'm gonna start to rush towards the door after Fracken, but I'm looking at Oresta as I am rushing by.
Yeah,
Commander, are we giving chase?
I think my instinct would be to actually try to reach out after her right away and make chase.
All right, so then we're not going to enter combat right away,
Yeah.
but we are going to do what is essentially combat movement.
Yeah.
So hers dexterity dodge, your dexterity athletics.
Okay.
You want to say what you're doing?
Do I?
Both of us? Yeah.
I stunted her. I punched you in the head and turned to run.
Hang on, wait a second.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let my head be turned by it, spit, and then get myself into a crouch and launch myself towards her to try to tackle her.
Perfect. Go for it.
Four successes.
5.
Wah.
So you just whiff air. Although I'm going to keep you on your feet. I don't
Yeah,
think you
I
were committing to a full tackle.
No.
As she starts to run over the tops of each of the chairs in the lecture hall, heading towards the exit. Between her and the exit, however, is Bracken and Juin and Flavienne, who had brought them in. Pyres, Gale Whispered?
Yep, I'm gonna also start kind of rushing more or less in the same direction. I'm not as nimble as she is, but I am gonna try to do some sweet parkour moves like around the chairs. You know, I'm kind of kicking off them individually. I'm gonna shout to Bracken, Juin, and Flavienne, "Stop her! She's a traitor! She killed Garavel!" As I move towards her.
This game didn't work out for you last time, Pyres. I wouldn't try.
I didn't. I'm still moving. I am momentarily hesitant, however.
Gale Whispered.
I would like to throw Soaring Eye at one of the chairs that's in her path. If she's using chairs to leapfrog over to the exit, I'm going to try to remove one of the... so that maybe she trips.
Nice.
All right,
She's
you
caught
can,
off guard.
you can take a thrown action on that one.
Cool.
If you can beat her 6 successes, then you can slow her down.
Right. I'm counting this as a withering attack, sorry?
Yeah, this would actually count as a gambit, but since you don't have one, I'm just going to say that it's a yeah, we'll call this
Or
a
I could
withering
do like a
attack.
dex thrown if you want.
Well, it is a dex thrown. That's what I
Okay.
asked for.
Yeah. Okay. Only 2 successes on that one, so nope.
All right. As she bounds towards the exit, Juin's eyes widen and she sees Viren on the ground. And then she reaches underneath her own tunic. She's not wearing armor as she normally would, but she withdraws Future Sting.
Ooh.
And she lashes it around so that it wraps around the comatose form of Viren, and she just starts hauling him in.
All right.
She is ignoring this other Bracken.
Uh-oh. Oh, I mean, I guess it's not so bad if he gets really fucked up.
No,
Bracken-
we need to
No, he's
know.
good.
Bracken turns to Gale Whispered. I'm afraid I'm not going to be of much use. I never was around her.
You're the only one who knows anything about her. She took your form for a reason.
It is quite difficult to win against someone who insists on breaking all the rules.
Okay, that. You don't break the rules, at least when it comes to games. And that, whoever that is, does.
I'm going to pause you here. She's now made it towards the exit, so Bracken throws up her hands in an attempt to just stop her. The other Bracken is now engaged in combat with her.
Ooh.
So at this point, it is not so much a combat. I'm not rolling join battle just yet, because it is very clear that when the two of them start to trade initial blows, Bracken's hopelessly outmatched. And they're rotating, basically putting Fracken at the point where she can exit via the door.
I'm gonna try to stop Juin from getting Viren.
Okay, so you're approaching Juin.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm actually approaching Viren to try to like grab onto him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here.
are you like grabbing onto him with your hands? Are you
No,
like
no,
stomping your
hang on.
foot in front of him? Are you like snapping Future Sting with your teeth?
I would probably, step full on like the flat of his back because I picture him being face down,
Yep.
like on top of where the whip has wrapped around his body, so that I've got not only him, but I've also got the control of the whip, so that she can't just.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
He's responsible for this, all of this.
And we need answers. Simple murder will not solve all of this.
Simple murder prevents simple death. Her eyes are just blazing, and she starts pulling on it. Now, she's not pulling so hard that it like you're can't resist, but her dire lash is now like digging into his skin as she just pulls harder and
So
harder.
I'm going to take a second step to step on the whip off of him so that she can no longer control the wrap around him.
Okay. She looks up at you. Don't get in my way on this, cadet.
You are not a superior to us anymore.
Oh. What?
You have never earned the right to call yourself superior to me.
I did not say that either. I understand that you're feeling out of sorts, but don't let your hesitance show so clearly.
She takes 2 threatening steps towards you. She hasn't let loose on the dire lash.
I'm not I'm not lifting my feet from it. Viren stays.
He deserves nothing less than a short, quick stop.
He will get an excruciating end once he has told us what we need.
I need you to roll me your charisma and your socialize. I'm going to give you 2 dice for the stunt, but I need you to convince her that that's what's going to happen.
Can I attempt to support this role of Oresta's?
Yes,
as
you can.
I'm not going to go right up to Juin, but I am kind of pulling up behind or alongside my commander and kind of flanking her a little bit.
That's exactly what I was planning to do.
Nice.
Like a slow
Great.
step up behind her.
I'm adding
wanna-
2 successes for 2 months. For 4
I just want to reach like towards Juin and say, please trust
Because
us.
they're helping you. Okay.
Trust us. That
both
we
of
know
you,
what we can
both of you, charisma socialize.
Yeah.
Your successes are just going to go straight into her dice pool.
Yay! Teamwork. Okay.
A couple of quick strikes to Bracken's throat, and she starts to cough.
Oh no. Bracken.
Successes.
4 successes on 3 dice.
Successes.
9.
Oh my
Just like
God.
horrifying.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Well,
Y'all should have been making these rolls.
You're standing together. Now watch. If she botches, this is going to be the greatest moment in
Truly.
RPG Clinic history.
Stoned up, and then we're just like, ooh, I mean, we didn't mean. Hey,
Hey, you want to go and get a malt shake? What are they?
there's something in the
A malt
jukebox.
shake.
I don't. What the hell, man? I don't know. Yeah, trying to put on a song on the jukebox.
11 successes. Thanks, friends, for all the extra
very good.
dice.
I would never be these.
Your terms are acceptable.
Yes.
And then she tosses the Dire Lash's handle at you.
Now there's somebody who needs your help. I say, looking at you in.
Yeah, and I also jump my head towards Bracken.
Not while he's here.
We've taken care of him up until now.
She just folds her arms in front of her chest, looking down at Viren.
Where are your priorities?
There is nothing but Viren in her eyes right now. Bracken's now received 3 shots to the throat and is doubled over. Brevin runs forward. He awkwardly draws the diclave he was given because he doesn't actually know how to use that well. Charging Fracken. And Fracken turns around and just whispers a very low tune. And Bracken stops, and his hands start to quiver.
Brevin stops and his hands start to quiver. Just double checking.
Yes.
You said Bracken, but I think you meant okay.
No, but sorry, Brevin's hands start to quiver. And as he starts attempting to strike, every time the diclave comes close to her, she just lets out a very low note. And it, as if deflected each time simply by the sound of her voice, until one very sharp echoing in the lecture hall, Kiai just knocks the sword out of his hand and it skitters across the ground. Juin only has eyes for Viren.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna fucking scoop him up and...
A student under your protection is currently being attacked.
I mean, he's fucking unconscious.
It's
Yeah,
as if
so-
it bounces off her head. She's not listening.
So I'm gonna try, I guess, a persuade action using her defining intimacy, House of Fell student's guardianship, to just try to persuade her to help.
Okay. All right.
Why am I doing this? Damn it, Gale.
I will let you do that. Her resolve is, because you're acting upon a defining intimacy, her resolve is 2.
Okay, what kind of roll is this persuade roll?
This is I mean, you're directly appealing to this part of her, right? Are you trying to
Yeah.
shock her into?
No, I'm really just trying to state fact to her. Like, this is what you care about. This is what you should be doing there.
That's manipulation, socialize.
Okay. Five successes.
She looks up at you for the briefest of moments away from Viren and looks back. and then she reaches down and she just seizes Viren.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So she's taking him out of my hands?
Well, you lifted him, right?
Yeah, I lifted
So
him and I was...
She's grabbing him, and you can tell by the rotation of her hips and the shift of her shoulder. You can actually tell this extremely well, Gale Whispered, that she plans to throw Viren at Fracken.
Ooh. I'm okay with this.
I'm not. So is this an opposed roll, I guess? Because my plan is to take him the fuck out of here if she can't focus while he's here.
Okay, so then that's going to be an opposed action. This will be a strength brawl on your point, strength thrown on hers, which is not a great roll for her, I will point out. It's not terrible, but it is not
She's
amazing.
definitely like committed to this,
Great,
method.
I'll use my excellency. I die a mote. Great, I'm gonna spend some motes. I'm not looking at what you rolled.
That's fine.
So I spend 2 motes. I'm starting to rumble. Or whatever mana goes up, I'll fix that in a minute.
You're animing?
Yeah, up 1. I think I'm at...
Whoa.
1, 2, 3,
I guess there's no
5.
point
You're at
hiding
burning now?
5 successes. Yes.
Okay. 5 successes beats my 3.
Great. And then I'm going to use Perfect Climbing Attitude, which is a reflexive move action, to instantly climb 1 range band. And I'm gonna climb up to a window and
Get out of dodge.
I'm going to perch on the window. But what I'd like to do is, because I get to leave handholds, is jam the handle of the whip into one of the handholds and have him hanging on the other side of the wall so she can't currently see him.
But like out the window, but like by the
But like he's
That's
hung around
so
the center
fun.
of his body. That'll hopefully
No, it's great. I
continue to
love it.
inflict damage to keep him
She
unconscious.
turns around and immediately heads towards the door. On the way, she just takes the back of Fracken's head and smashes it into the wall as Bracken gets pushed aside by Juin, and she just stalks around the outside of the building. Fracken just and then thunk.
That was
on the
the coolest
ground.
thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, for sure. You mean Oresta, right?
We need her on our team. Both
Oh,
of them.
you mean yeah.
I must have them for my front line.
I'm gonna go check on Bracken before I go to restrain Fracken. Is Bracken okay?
She's wounded. It seems like she has difficulty speaking at the moment, but that won't last.
Okay.
How much medicine do you have?
Like probably 1, maybe 0. Yeah, 0. I have 0.
She's alive.
Okay, cool. That's good.
I'm going over as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
She had a tool.
I'm going to I'm gonna find something in here to restrain Fracken. Yeah, and then get her sitting on a chair.
As you start looking to restrain, Quickrat comes in carrying lengths of very heavy chain. Hey, did you think you could actually... Whoa, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time to explain, Quickrat. Give me a hand with this one.
Real fake.
This is going to be a really awkward situation when I try to figure out, like I always had something for readers. I really like readers. Now there's 2 of them. Still a teacher.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna like reach out as he's talking and like start to take the chains.
I'd like to check on Bracken.
It's going to take a moment for Bracken to just catch her breath. There's contusions around her neck, but she's exalted that she'll be fine.
Okay.
It seems like Fracken wasn't trying to kill her, was just trying to disable her enough so that she could leave. If it had taken another round, that probably would have been enough. But as it happened, that didn't happen.
And Brevin? I'll head to him next.
What was that?
I've only ever, well, I heard of it before once, I think, and then I had it used on me too. It's like a martial art, but it strikes you, right? Ugh. Yeah.
It feels different. I need my own weapons back. Where are they?
That is a great question. Where are they?
They're back in the barracks.
Yeah.
You now see that Juin is stalking around the outside of the building. And he's just hanging.
Yeah, so I'm gonna haul him back up, undo the dire lash, and throw it to her.
So as it falls,
Yeah.
she just grabs it with her hand. You can see that she's not grabbing it by the handle,
Yeah.
so it lacerates her hand as she grabs it. And then she starts charging up the side of the building.
I'm bailing back into the main building then.
Okay. And then
We had an agreement.
we did. And the windows burst open as she stands. I'm waiting for you to commence your interrogation. And then,
I'd give his limp body a shake.
I mean, like, how many times did you hit him on the head?
Well, like, and he's been
Go on.
abused now by
And
her
he's
whip and
okay.
everything. Like,
He lets out a very low moan. He's waking up, but he's not.
yeah, I'm trying to indicate to her.
He feels it in his bones.
I'm trying to indicate to her that he's
Welcome to
damn
Ooh,
unconscious.
I can be patient to a limited degree, cadet.
You are surrounded by dozens of children. Not children of the earth. What the fuck do we call ourselves?
Cadets.
Students.
Cadets?
No.
Oh,
Terrestrial exalts. I'm trying to use that.
Princes
Like,
of the Earth.
Princes of the earth. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Oh,
Not
that's my
children.
fave.
You're surrounded by dozens of princes of the earth.
I have eyes for one. You've never seen her so focused and single-minded right here. And then Bracken... You won't... Ugh. It will
Are
be
you okay?
difficult to convince her otherwise.
what's happening right now?
Is she glowing at all?
Sorry?
Is Juin showing any sort of cast marks or anything?
No.
Okay.
'Cause she's a night cast.
Oresta doesn't know that. She just knows she saw something glow on her head once. She's waiting for it to show up again.
Is it coming back?
Is this a permanent state? What's happening?
How much occult do you have?
I have a lot, so I should probably know this, I guess.
I'm just gonna give it to you.
I have 4 cults.
Anathema are known for fits of moods, of great wild swings of emotion. It's part of the reason why they're so dangerous and need to be put down.
Yikes.
That's what the book said.
Would I know it as the Great Curse? Or I just know it as like...
I don't think they would have described it as the Great Curse to you. Because here's the thing. Everybody's kind of subject to the Great Curse, but for Terrestrial Exalted, it's like way, way less, and they wouldn't want to call it the Great Curse because they don't want to be like, oh, we're the same. So instead, it's more
They're
like...
not so different, you and
just
I.
like they're unstable. They just lose it. They're, they enter periods of mania and you, however, like sometimes you're grumpy.
That is true.
And Giladgood is like I said, nobody actually calls it the Great Curse.
Cool.
I guess I'm just in a staring match with Juin at the moment.
It looks like she could wait forever
I look at Bracken. How long is she going to be like this?
until she gets what she wants.
Well, what if she can't get what she wants?
I've never seen that not occur.
Okay, well, we should start this interrogation then. But also, I have questions for you about whoever that is, pointing at Fracken.
Is this wise to do this now? We are in an undefended position.
We're literally undefended from 2 individuals who have already found their way in, so I feel like now is as good a time.
Viren starts to cough. He's waking up. You feel it in his bones.
Right.
Cool.
Ugh. Okay.
Feel free to ask whatever you can. I do encourage you to not give her a chance to leave. She indicates her doppelganger.
What do you think she would do if she did? Leave, that is. Why is she here?
I have absolutely no way of predicting her motions or her notions.
But she's somehow tied to you.
I imagine. She certainly looks like me. Quite attractive, fetching even. Ah.
Yes, but Bracken, this is what I don't understand. I mean, you and I could talk about anything. I could talk to you about subjects in class, and you were always very eager to solve mysteries with me and to help me uncover knowledge, and this seems to be the greatest mystery of all, and it directly relates to your life, and you don't even seem to care, and I don't understand why
It
that
isn't
is.
that I don't care. It's that I can't. There's a difference.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
She smiles and chuckles a little bit at Gale's insistence. If do not resist the urge perhaps to feel annoyed at the fact that she is overly comfortable with a moment of levity in this time.
That's funny.
This is no time for jokes.
It is always time for jokes. Brevin has gone over and is now looking and tending to the wounded, seeing if there's anything else that he can do, but he keeps glancing back at Fracken. He's not okay with what happened, and it might be worth keeping an eye on him.
So I'm gonna prop up Viren against the wall so that he would have to look all the way back up to see her, and I make a pointed look at her to try to telepath stay out of his line of sight. But
She doesn't seem
understands
intent
that.
on moving. She
that's
just
fine.
she's looking at him and she's looking at you if you are interacting with him, and that's basically it.
Great.
I see that I'm in the lecture hall.
It's time to lecture.
I was never a teacher.
Well, now's your chance to start talking. I'm gonna sit down cross-legged right in front of him. Teach me. Teach me your ways. Tell me what our house is aiming for, or what you were trying to raise our house to. How Kathak Moral of all people came to your side.
You're aware of a ship called the Heightened Sense.
I am.
The Heightened Sense has been shipping illegal materials and illegal persons to and from the House of Bells over the course of the past 5 years. It has been supported directly by previous graduates. It is a smuggling ship for those who would work against the realm. I became aware of the Heightened Sense and knew that it was operating against the realm, and at the same time, I could not believe that it has been operating under such arrogance, impunity, until I discovered that it was being supported by those whom the House of Bells were training. Graduates were coming out and supporting this thing. At first I thought that it was perhaps 1 or 2 dissidents. It is my suspicion that half the graduating class of each of the past 5 years has been working against the realm. It's very simple. I operate under a certain set of rules. The rules are never to be violated.
I give his bruised and battered body a slight look over in response to that, but let him keep going.
Well, I've swapped characters at this point. That's why the voice changed.
I missed
My
it.
bad.
You're too subtle. When did you swap?
I operate
Just
under
now.
a certain set of rules. The rules must not be violated. She doesn't understand that. She just is otherwise. Every time.
Is otherwise?
I'm not capable of breaking rules. I'm
Yes.
capable of searching for loopholes. I'm capable of seeing a design that is not complete, but I cannot break a rule once it is formed. That's not part of the game.
Do you have some kind of game or agreement with her that you can't break?
No. I remember when I was present, it was a game that I was playing, and all at once, I received somebody giving me the temptation to cheat. It would have been all too easy. But I elected not to. And at the same time, I felt as if there was someone else in the room who would. And suddenly, it looked like she had my face. As if
So-
it was someone who I could have been, but wasn't.
Oh. But she really exists.
She exists, and yet at the same time, I do not believe she belongs.
Is she... I mean, she must be another type of exalted.
She certainly is exalted. Whether she's the chosen of something or other, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I do not know what gods gave her her power. I do not know whether it was... She unsettles me. But I cannot act against her. Every single time, she just ignores what I'm doing.
Do you think wherever you go, she would follow?
She coughs, frackin', and her head lolls back. You can see that, her nose is starting to crack back into place. She says she's the chosen of games, and she is not. We are. Viren looks at you, and then his head starts to loll back slightly.
How did you convince Morale that it was worth killing Pyres for this mission?
I didn't convince Morale of anything. Morale follows orders. That's what she is designed for. The perfect soldier.
Why didn't you kill Joanne yourself?
I could never find her. Is she here?
You put her into the glade with us. And then you tried to kill us instead of her.
I assumed that I would kill all of you.
You underestimated Anathema.
I knew
And us.
that the three of you had such power that you could handle one anathema that I poisoned.
The 5 of us.
3 of you. Flavienne just goes... And Siontel is a little too intent on the conversation with the Rackens to pay much
Rackens.
attention. And Flavienne walks over and she stands next to Oresta and kind of there's a little bit too much of a chummy, I'm standing next to you and giving you a little shoulder check, which is not really militarily appropriate, but she does it anyway because she's Flavienne and that's what she does. I do not know if I like being called inconsequential.
That's okay. We're all inconsequential in his picture. We're all expendable for whatever this mission is.
You are. You were supposed to die in the glade, and no one else was supposed to die. But because
Except for the entire House of Bells.
No. The House of Bells was supposed to survive off your deaths, and you decided to live.
Forgive us.
I offered you the chance. I gave Pyres the chance.
By lying about some fake magic that doesn't exist.
What fake magic are you talking about?
Oh, I can tell the truth by splashing this water. Ooh, lie detector. We all know those things don't exist.
There is a lot that exists in this realm that is
That
beyond the understanding of a mere cadet.
does not. So if you don't treat your soldiers with respect, they will not return it.
Do you think that I like the idea of murdering my own?
Apparently. That you're willing to work with whatever that was. I gesture towards the sky.
So that's gonna make him look up.
I don't have 5 dots of intelligence. I do it.
Yeah.
He looks up and Juin looks down.
What?
You live as long as your questions satisfy her. I see. So you prove my point. You are working with the anathema.
I am keeping you alive. If I let her have her way, you'd be long dead.
Juin just starts to uncoil very slowly Future's sting. Just so that the very barbed tip starts dangling lower and lower. It's going to take quite a long time.
I'm keeping my eye on it.
Back to you. Pyres, what are you doing?
I've been engaged in and listening into the interrogation of Viren. I think I'm going to just duck out quickly to check in on Brevin again, who is checking in on injured people.
It's not the time, Pyres.
It is.
Every time is the time.
Anytime is the no. Come on, I just gotta
check.
What is it? What are we doing here?
That's a really good question. All I know is that there's a lot of shit going down, Brevin. There's those 2 people we're questioning over there. I mean, you know them. I know you do. It's just this is much, much bigger than the House of Bells. This is much bigger than any one target. This is, I think, and I'm gonna lower my voice and come in a little closer and hope that the person he's looking at isn't like an impressionable first year. I think this is a plot to secure the realm, the Empress's seat.
I don't care about the Empress's seat. I care about the legions. I care about fighting for the realm. When did this happen?
I've got a feeling, and the battlefield can shift real fast, but I have a feeling that pretty soon legions aren't going to be fighting away from the Blessed Isle. They're going to be fighting here. Each other.
I always wondered whether I'd be recalled by my house and then I'd have to face some of my former classmates. But not so openly, not like this.
I don't like it either. Especially since apparently my house is the one with that piece of shit. I'm sorry, that's not funny.
How have you not destroyed him?
My commander wants information, and so do I.
Then you should get the information.
Yeah, I know.
He's vulnerable around you.
I'm worried what I might do.
I'm not. I'm not worried about anything you could do anymore. If I can't trust in the realm, I'll trust in you.
Thanks, Brevin. I hope if we do have to meet on the battlefield one day, it can be as allies.
I'd rather meet in my favorite tea shop.
That's nice.
They have an oolong that, for some reason, just relaxes me more than anything else. And they have a girl there who plays so beautifully. I don't know if I've ever heard of any kind of harp that can relax like that one.
That sounds really nice. I hope it's still there when we make it.
When you go to him, he will try to make you see that you are his reflection. He's going to try to make it so that you are the one destined to pick up his mantle.
Oh, God. I would never.
I don't
Would I?
think any kind of destiny has any hold on you, Pyres.
All this time I've been looking for my destiny. I've been looking for it like a clearly marked path, you know?
I know. I've been looking for my own destiny too. I'm just afraid that it might not be worthy of yours.
We might surprise each other then.
Maybe.
You never know.
But we have a job to do.
Yeah.
Good luck, Commander.
Thank you. Thank you, Brevin.
And he looks back and he's like very busily like, oh, this bandage is not tight enough. I got to tighten this bandage. And meanwhile, the student under there is like, ow, ow,
Ow,
come
ow.
on, damn it.
I think I just whisper like, I'm gonna make you proud, but I say it kind of fast and kind of quiet, and I'm like, I'm gonna make you proud, and then I walk away. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I'm heading back towards Oresta, Flavienne, Siontel, no, not Siontel, and Vieren, yeah.
And Juin.
Fifi, and Juin.
You have to understand. And before you interrupt me again, you need to understand one thing, whether you agree with it or not. The game that everyone plays is bigger than you think.
Bigger than creation.
Yes. Bigger than creation. The wild. The underworld. It's all there. And the stakes are so high that even the deaths of cadets means almost nothing.
Then what was the next move? What would this have bought you, other than weakening the realm against the wild, against the underworld, against the ever-growing anathema?
With the destruction of the House of Bells, blamed on anathema, we've accomplished two things. The first, we've made it very clear that anathema have penetrated the inner sanctums of the realm. The Blessed Isle is no longer secure, and legions will have to return. The wild hunt will need to be doubled and redoubled in order to purge what we have out here in the Blessed Isle. And the second is that anyone who survived this debacle will immediately be branded as a traitor, somebody who has worked with anathema and will support them. I see that that's not too far off the mark. Keep talking. I enjoy hearing every word you have to say, because it's going to make everything else after you leave that much more exciting.
Good.
So who's going to tell your story?
It's already being told.
How did you convince Fokuf?
I didn't. I was given orders. And I carry out my orders. Something that I see your teachers here never bothered to instill in you.
My orders, last given, were to be a student. I woke up this morning and we were under attack. I defended the school.
Speaking to you rockheads is like smashing my face against a wall.
Sucks. Sucks to be so weak.
There's this very low, very drawn-out chuckle from Juin at that statement. She has you. She's living in your head. Don't worry, I'll split it open to let her out.
Ugh.
Back to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Okay, and I turn to Fracken. All right. You are saying you are the chosen of games. What does that mean? Because you do not.
I'm not the chosen of games.
You just
Sorry,
said
but-
she is not.
I'm not the chosen of games.
Ah, yes.
You just
She
said she's
thinks
not
she's the chosen
of
of games, but she's only the chosen of part of them. Every game is not just the rule book. A game is more than just the rules and the strategies and the victory. The game is also about the spectators, about the impartiality and the fallibility of the referee. A game is more than just the rule book. And as long as she fails to understand that, she doesn't deserve to call herself the chosen of anything.
So why are you here? What are you doing here?
Because I'm here. And then she just starts mouthing words. I'm not going to do it because otherwise people will think that the audio is cut out and be, oh no, the tech. But she starts mouthing words and she isn't making a sound.
It's odd.
Does it seem like she's casting a spell?
No. It looks like she's frustrated.
Ooh. I would have no idea what could be causing this, I imagine.
I cannot do this tied up. Restrained, and I cannot express. It's not about lip reading, by the way. She's trying to communicate and it's not working. It's not that she's like it's not that.
I want a vacuum.
What are you saying? You're trying to communicate something, but you can't because you're tied up. You're going to have to give me a reason why.
As long as I'm restrained, I cannot operate.
Because you're about bending the rules and operating outside the confines of them. You need freedom to operate fully.
Because I'm the chosen of games that was supposed to exist.
Okay, that's interesting. What does that mean?
And then she starts doing the mouth thing again. Bracken looks over at her. I'm not certain whether I should be offended at that. Probably. It sounds like I should be. Yes, I will be offended. How dare you? Just because you're incredibly good looking doesn't mean that you get to treat me this way.
Now, you seem to be getting very, very frustrated because you think that she is holding your rightful place somehow. But what did she exalt before you? Did you both exalt at the same time in different places? And yet you found each other? Or did
I
you
believe she
split off
exalted
before you-
long after I did. She didn't even look like this until she exalted.
Which one is speaking right now, John?
Oh, that's always a pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Until further notice, Fracken is no longer able to speak.
Okay. Cool. So you believe you exalted before she did?
Oh, absolutely. I was present at her exaltation.
Well, why didn't you tell me that before? That would have been useful information to know.
I did.
You could have.
In a moment where I believed that there was an opportunity for me to cheat and I did not take it, someone else took the opportunity, and suddenly there was another one of me.
Suddenly. So was she... Are you saying... Okay. Are you saying that...
Dearest Gale.
No. I need to puzzle this out. Are you saying that somebody else just appeared at the House of Bells when you were playing this game, or are you saying that this happened to somebody whose face you thought you knew and suddenly started to look like you?
When you took your second breath, were you different than before?
Yes, because I had air in my lungs.
Second breath is a term you would be aware of. It's the moment of your exaltation.
I like it, but I think she's also being a bit of a shit because Bracken's being a shit. So I think her answer stands.
All right,
but
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, and air, you know, like I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
so
Oh, really?
slick.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I'm great.
It's on purpose.
When the exaltation occurs, changes occur. Yes?
Yes.
There were others spectating the game while I was playing. There was someone else present. Someone who was, at the time, unremarkable. Yes?
Yes.
The moment that I was given the opportunity to cheat and did not, this person exalted. In doing so, this person adopted my face. Her exaltation changed her in a way that I do not understand.
You said that one of the Commandant Nuvin's assistants were there. Is that who you're talking about?
I cannot remember. You must understand, there's something about her that breaks the rules, and therefore I cannot handle it.
But I need to know.
Yes, you do, and perhaps one day you will discover the answer, but it will not come from me.
And then I turn to Fracken. And...
Or sorry, she's more like...
Pretty funny.
And for when you come back to me, or if we're still on my scene, I'm gonna cast my my speech without words to her.
Can you do that?
Can communicate silently through short sentences with my sworn kin, as well as up to essence additional characters.
Yes, so this will work.
Cool. That's what I'm gonna do.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
While you're figuring that out, let's go back.
Thank you.
Pyres, I assume that you're approaching
Yeah.
at this point?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of... I'd like to enter the scene and sit, I guess, with Oresta, if that's not going to disturb... It's probably going to disturb the scene a bit, but, you know.
So that's it. You had the opportunity to join the winning side. I gave you every opportunity to survive, and you did not take it.
Are you sure yours is the winning side, considering your current situation?
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Are you sure yours is the winning side, considering your current situation?
My side is the side of the realm.
So if you are just a good little soldier following his orders, who do I go to so that I too can go back to the correct side of things?
You had your chance. You're
You weren't in
branded now.
charge. You've admitted it. This isn't your doing.
Do you see, Pyres, why you were the chosen of House Cathak and not this one? So stubborn in the way that she thinks, so unable to understand shifting circumstances.
Am I supposed to follow rules or shift circumstances?
If you ask me, you should always follow the rules.
I like turning to Pyres.
I can see, sir, why you think you chose me.
She considers everything about the House of Bells to be incredibly important, but only because it involves her. She does not see the larger picture. She does not see that one must sacrifice pawns in order to promote.
It is a tough pill to swallow when you are the pawn, sir, but I understand your point of view.
The flag must be protected at all times. That is the way of Gateway. You are not the flag, and I am not the flag, which means whatever she does to me will not stop the fact that legions will return to the Blessed Isle. The Wild Hunt will slowly be rebuilt, and we will purge the Blessed Isle. And when the Isle is purged, we can then spread back out, one by one. This is an emergency that we needed to take advantage of, an emergency that needed a catalyst in order to get the cure. This was the cure.
How do you replenish the fallen ranks, sir? When you've destroyed the fountain.
10,000 dragons will return. Always. It is the way of things.
10,000 dragons with no training are not 10,000 dragons that have been through.
10,000 dragons! So he's shouting. His his
Whoa.
face is red. 10,000 dragons following the whims of anathema are worse than nothing! You impudent little snot!
I wipe off some of his spit.
Nice. I
do not like the way that he is talking to you.
It's okay. He'll get what's coming soon enough.
Juin just is... By now it's like halfway. She's going very slowly with this unraveling.
One way to deal with the threats to the realm, sir, of course. Return everyone to a position of strength. Regroup. Reevaluate the threat. Secure the stronghold. That's what we did here, sir. That is what Commander Oresta did here at the House of Bells. We regrouped and we found our strength again. I think such a plan could only have come from someone like you, sir. I hate to say it, but I don't think you're telling the truth. I don't think there is anyone above you, sir. This plan is too... I don't believe there are people above you who would have such a big picture view of the realm.
You lack vision.
And I believe you do not.
So you're gonna ally with the outcasts.
There's nothing left for me. This is the last operation I will be on.
The royal you, if you will.
Your enemies to the realm, I see no more reason to cooperate with your interrogation.
Content warning that I'm probably gonna start doing some things that move towards icky, possibly a little torture. We aren't gonna go into detail, but
appreciate
Oresta
knowing.
is going to go to...
I want confirmation of this first, please.
Whoop! Thank you.
Thank
Yep.
you. Go ahead.
She's gonna quickly snap one of his fingers.
Okay. He takes it well, perhaps not as well as you would, but
Sure.
one finger, and you see a roll of sweat comes down his head.
You are an enemy soldier who has been captured.
You are an enemy soldier who has captured me. But I understand war, where you only understand games.
Odd. You were the one setting them. We were the ones winning them.
He was the games master. Dreadful fellow. I imagine he's been getting word from this one. Anyway, you were rolling something earlier.
Yeah, it's not a roll. It's just a
Well, you were preparing a charm. Can you?
Yeah, it's been cast.
So you don't really cast charms, but yeah, go ahead.
It's been.
Bit.
So hand gestures, body language, and other visual signals are easily understood as spoken. Now I know that this all might be negated if this is like just some like a magic thing, just magic things. For what it's worth, my sworn kin, and I'm also going to include Bracken, can understand this conversation, but I know they're all very.
So
busy.
Bracken, Fracken, and then the Fabulous Five.
I was gonna say,
anyone
yeah.
who looks over at me will see my like communication attempts.
So it looks like you're like trying to either steal second or.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Okay, so I just the first thing she's trying to communicate is like, is this better?
She continues to act frustrated and pulling at the restraints.
And she can communicate back to me.
She could, she isn't, or she can't.
Ah.
Mm.
Okay.
She can still understand you, though.
I know, but she could understand me before.
That's a good point. But now you're like in her head. I don't know. Maybe we're something.
How are you with oaths?
Oh.
She stops struggling and she just looks as if she's waiting for more.
If we were to swear an oath, you and I, that you would not flee, I would untie you and we could finish our conversation.
Fine. Fine, I swear it.
Are we allowed to think things back at you?
You sure are.
She's the cheating one.
I know.
Yeah.
So...
So sorry in advance, I guess.
Sorry in advance.
Oh boy.
I haven't decided if that's what I'm going to do yet, by the way. I'll mull it over. If you can think of any other reasons why I should untie you, let me know.
She no longer seems able to communicate.
Fuck.
He was willing to trade all of your lives. For what? Power? The realm is more than power, Julian is now speaking. The realm is more than power.
I don't need convincing, thank you. You're not my ally.
You had better be careful about who you declare enmity to, cadet.
There is a very vast gray zone between allyship and enmity.
She just goes back to this, although now she's speeding it up a bit.
Sir, I have yet to hear any compelling argument as to why you are the one with vision, like you say. You believe that you have crafted a plan, or you pretend that you are under orders from someone else to craft a plan to bring the realm back here, to bring the legions back, to buff up the wild hunt.
Pyres, do you believe in the realm?
Of course I do. What you don't seem to understand, though, sir, is that your vision has blinders on. As soon as you hear the word anathema, oh, they're not like me, they must be destroyed. That is what we've been taught. I understand this. But we all, I like motion back to the fucking, 60 people in here. We all dared to think outside of that narrow point of view. Because if someone is loyal to the realm, that transcends who they are, sir.
Do you not understand that one of the weaknesses that we have against the anathema is that they can manipulate us? That they can make us believe that we are on the right path when we are indeed on the wrong one?
And how are you so sure that you're You haven't been convinced if you really
Pyres.
are following orders.
Pyres, you've always been destined for something great. And yet I know that you've been worried about what your destiny is. You've always been thinking about where you're going to end up, what is going to happen with you, how will you exceed House Cathak, the realm itself, creation? What does history have to say about Pyres?
Let me guess, you've peered into the future, and you know you've already written the history books with my name.
No. But maybe you're the one. Maybe you're the one who understands that your friends need you. That you started this already corrupted, and that you have a chance to save not only you, but everyone else who has been branded as traitors here at the House of Bells. Maybe you're the one who will be able to close the file on the heightened sense. Maybe you're the one who will be able to break free from her. From them. And then he's looking at Bracken and Fracken. I hope so. I hope you make the right choice the way I did a long time ago.
I'm as easy to read as a book. I know. I have a lot of reader friends, sir. And yet, you don't seem to understand that what I do is to look into the hearts of those who wish to do me harm, or those who wish to support me, support us, those who wish to do good or to do evil, and I don't think you can even see what's in your own heart, sir. And unfortunately, that is not my problem. You tried to save me, and I tried to save you, and it just seems we're destined, well, two ships passing in the night.
My rest will be gentle. I hope you can say the same. Juin looks down and then she looks directly at Oresta. Is the interrogation still going on?
Wow.
Do you have anything more to share?
He starts to hum a very old song that you two would recognize as like an anthem of House Cathak. Like as their equivalent of like a shanty.
Right.
And he closes his eyes and he has a look of bliss on his face.
Great. I'm going to spend a whole lot of modes right now.
Oh.
Because what I would really like to do is to deal a whole lot of bashing damage, but make Juin think that I've killed him. To the point of, like, cracking my own knuckles and, like, doing all kinds of things, but I'm also going to throw whatever amount of essence and charms I can into this attempt.
Okay, so this is going to be a manipulation brawl. Feel free to add dice to it through brawl itself.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I'll remind you that you are at a -1 wound penalty, so
Yep.
you should lose 1 die from your pool. I do like this, so I'm going to give you a success, a willpower, and 2 dice.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna spend a
Freaking
willpower
wretched.
on this roll. I had a different one, so that'll just leave me neutral.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that gives me 2, and I'm just gonna double check this.
I see you are
brawl.
also
Excellency.
Exalted.
Now,
Extra dice, great.
here's the one thing that I'm going to say. You are making it look like you're beating him to death.
Mm-hmm.
You are trying not to beat him to death. If you score too many successes, he will die.
Mm-hmm. So this is manipulation.
Chat doesn't seem to care. but-
Manipulation
okay with
brawl.
Manipulation
Exactly.
brawl.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's what I call it.
I am setting.
Mhm.
It's going to be high.
Mhm.
So like I'm setting the number of successes that you'd have to roll to accidentally kill him. But it is not
Roll
like
too few,
4.
just like, eh.
Yeah, I just there's only so much I can do with brawl. So,
You can use martial arts.
because that like triples my pool.
Yeah, you can use martial
Yes.
arts.
Oh, okay.
Which maybe we want to.
Because you would be using like powerful strikes from stone,
Yeah.
like Earth Dragon style. Because you don't have to use your Tetsubo for that. I mean,
No,
you can beat him with the Tetsubo. if you
I
want,
haven't
don't
actually
care.
used it in like 3 sessions.
Everybody yelling about blood in the water. Flivian isn't going to do something unless somebody orders her to do it.
It's true.
Sorry.
For what it's worth, I'm gonna just back the hell off because I don't want to get caught in the beat
The spray.
crossfire, the spray. Yeah.
I assume this is
poached.
decisive, so I will double my 10s on decisive.
Yeah, we'll call this a decisive attack. You are dealing damage. You don't have
Me
initiative
too,
to roll,
completely.
but
Same,
I'm just going to
same.
let you use your full pool. It's fine.
That's 4.
Flivian, to be happy, needs bread. And right now there is not enough bread.
All right,
Oh
I will become a baker for you, Flivian.
5
Craft.
successes.
Okay. You needed to roll 8 successes to kill him.
Okay.
So you did not. But 5 successes, we'll see if that will convince her. But do you want to just say what happens after you?
Yeah, so what I want to do actually is just really quickly go at him, hit him a couple of times, and then like one final snap towards the neck. And then like toss him and look up at her. Job done. Get out of here, please.
Please.
I know. He could have suffered more. You would have been happier. You could have done it yourself. You would have been happier. You don't get to dictate the terms in the school anymore. There is no school anymore.
She gets to roll.
That is, yeah.
She's rolling perception medicine.
Mhm.
If she gets 5 successes, then she'll know that he's still alive. Fair?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5,
6.
6
Oh.
successes.
Can she accidentally kill him instead? Oh, okay. She didn't get enough.
She drops like a cat and lands almost silently.
I'm going to stand between her and him.
I did not take you for someone who would cheat on a deal. And then Fracken is just like smug, even though she isn't talking.
Did you take me for someone who would take orders from an anathema, considering all of my training?
I told you not to use that word with me.
I won't if you leave. If we cross paths again, I will play nice. You do not hold rank here anymore.
And you do not hold rank over the divine might of the sun. She's going to take one step towards him,
I'm not going to move out of her way.
and therefore we have to roll join battle.
Oh.
One, na, 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 na.
No! Oresta, why are we saluting you?
Oh,
Because I'm
God.
rolling joint battle against a solar that's like probably essence 10. That's
Are
right,
we all
10.
rolling on this, Jorn?
Well, if you're all joining in,
Well,
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. I'm rolling. Absolutely.
I mean,
I mean. I don't have enough notes for this garbage.
life.
Finds a way?
Knowledge.
Oh, okay. Wow, Liz.
I'm
You're so...
5,
oh,
6, 7,
you're
What?
so, like,
9.
selfish. Life or knowledge?
how dare you?
Finally. Fuck me. Finally, a good joint battle roll.
Did you do your dice retros today?
Kind of.
Sorry, can you just click on the initiative box so I can see where I'm at?
Hmm?
Thank you.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, Gilgood.
Requiem, that's going to be the greatest moment where you all wake up and be like, oh, the wet tunic competition is about to begin. Whee!
Those beach brownies really, really worked. I've been dozing here for 4 hours. Oh god.
Oh boy. My initiative was working before. It is no longer. I'm sorry. Can I have John put my initiative in?
Yes, I can put your initiative in.
Whenever.
What is it?
10.
Your initiative is 10?
It feels pretty good today.
Here we go.
Pyres, you have been set to
Yep.
10.
There I am. Thank
Gale
you.
Whispered?
I'm
Gale.
sorry, I'm joining a bit late. I will be joining.
Oresta?
4. I put myself up.
Okay.
Right.
Slicking my charms.
8.
8?
Yep.
That includes your 3?
Yep.
Very well. The initiative order currently goes Juin, then Pyres, then Gale Whispered, then Oresta. Are we ready?
Burp.
Juin is launching a decisive attack.
Oh no.
Using the Dire Lash, she is going to reach up and pull down one of the lighting sconces and just direct it in a huge thunderous blow directly to the ground, crashing it hopefully directly on top of Viren. It is at this point that someone can choose to take a defend other action.
Nope.
Oh no.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm not even going to roll.
Oh, because it's happening. Right, I guess, eh?
She resets to 3.
Boom.
And he doesn't make a sound as an already broken and battered body is split in half. And Viren is dead. Pyres,
Yeah,
you can see just before you do this
tell me.
that Juin takes a deep breath in and out. And then, despite the fact that she should be, tensed and ready, her body just relaxes somewhat. Now it is your action.
like she's done the job or something. I'd like to yeah, I'd like to like to leap towards her, and I think instead of action, well, no, I have to. Yeah, I'm also going to launch a decisive attack. I'm going to use heart-conquering prowess to attempt to either reduce a negative intimacy towards us, or heighten and instill a positive one towards her. The way I'm going to do that is by launching myself up and over Oresta. I'm going to try to land immediately. Yeah! I'm going to try to land immediately in front of Juin, slashing abandon at her, while also kind of like laying hope down in front of her. As I'm kind of slashing down at her, I'm just going to shout, you may have the power of the sun, but we have the power of all of creation behind us. That's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay. And what intimacy are you trying to...
If she does not have a negative intimacy towards us to erode, then I would like to increase, if possible, her minor intimacy of hope in us to a major.
And that happens if your decisive attack is successful?
I can forego levels of damage, yes.
Okay. By all means,
I guess
go ahead.
Let's see if it succeeds first.
Her
right?
defense is that she's simply going to start weaving her body one way or the next, and just as if she's trying to snap herself back into reality. So her defense applies. Right now, though, it's only 4.
Okay. Okay. I meant glowing as I launch this attack.
Okay.
Or up to glowing as I launch this attack. And I'm sorry.
I'll make you glow.
8? What did we say just now?
Which, by the way, means that currently, as there's the occasional shockwave rumbling through here, now it's starting to get a little caliente.
Get a little toasty in here.
That's just
and I'm sorry,
Pyres.
John, you said her defense, and I'm
4.
not sure if I heard you. 4. Okay. Let's party.
And her hardness is doesn't exist. She's not wearing her armor. She didn't have it. Her teacher's armor.
2 successes. 4 dice. Here we go.
2 successes?
No, sorry. I'm.
You do get your 2 extra dice for your stun. Don't forget.
I won't. How could I forget? Yeah.
Gale Whispered, you're on deck.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. I have.
Your threshold successes don't matter. Did you succeed?
Correct. Yeah. So it absolutely succeeds.
Then
So I will roll my damage, and then I will see about how exactly it functions in terms of foregoing a level.
I've reset your initiative to 3.
Thank you very much. It was 10.
Gale Whispered?
Decisive.
I'm holding my action and messaging you something, if that's okay.
Sure.
I know it's mid-combat.
I hope the message is something like, LOL, do you want pizza?
Oh, I want pizza! Damn it!
Oh, my return of $189 Canadian is ready if I answer this obvious phishing message.
Wow, so many dollars.
Yep, that's a lot of dollars.
I want those dollars.
I would sure like those
Where's my
dollars,
bank
too.
information? Oh, I have
I have a
less
feeling I'm
dollars
gonna
now.
get fucked anyway.
So, your successes?
3 successes. I'm gonna forego one of those levels of damage. So I guess that inflicts 2 and hopefully boosts her intimacy towards us.
Nice.
This is my hope. I've impressed her with my sweet words. Something. Fine.
Okay. Gale Whispered is doing something, but it doesn't necessarily involve what's happening here. You see that her eyes soften somewhat as your strike lands. You score a glancing blow on her.
Okay.
Okay, well, Gale Whispered is doing something that no one gets to know about but me because I'm special. How about you, Oresta?
Special. I'm going to take a social action
Okay.
Social.
against Juin.
Yes, what would it be?
So this is a persuade attempt. Your presence hampered our interrogation, and we can no longer get more answers out of him.
Well, you can't get answers out of him because right now he's split in half.
That's
but-
what I. Yes, that's
Lol.
that's what I'm
Sorry.
saying. That is absolutely what I'm saying. That is 100% what I'm saying. Sorry. Are you really going to attack your former students? You got what you wanted. Please leave. And I'm trying to use her intimacy towards the students of the House of Bells to persuade her to leave rather than
Okay.
fight.
Well, that is a rather potent intimacy that she has. So I'm going to ask you to roll your charisma and your socialize. I'll give
Yeah.
you 2 dice for your stunt. Her resolve is currently set to 2.
All my automatic successes will do this then.
Well, there you go.
I spent motes to give me 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 successes.
So is your persuade action don't attack us or please leave?
Please leave. And by association.
Well,
You know, prioritize leaving.
yeah, don't
Leave
attack
now.
us.
Yeah. But yeah,
But the
Throwing stars on the
prioritize,
way out?
you were
Yeah,
basically
it's-
being like, get the fuck out of
yeah.
here.
go away.
Fuck out of here.
She coils Future's sting around her arm. You're not going to be safe. They're going to hunt you. They're going to hunt all of you. He was successful in doing that at least.
We know.
Please stay safe.
You can't be safe.
Just as you know that I can't abandon you.
You'll have
But
to
she
do it
turns.
from afar.
She turns and she starts walking towards the wall, and then you see that she starts going up the wall
Whoa.
on her feet. And then Bracken cries out, "Wait! Please, no." And Juin stops on the windowsill.
I'm like gesturing towards Bracken, like, go ahead.
Hey,
Because Bracken isn't tied up, is she? It's just
Hey.
Bracken.
hey, I
Yeah.
paid for that merit.
And then she looks back.
Game's over. Boo. Season's over. Boo.
Yeah, fuck your merits and fuck your merits. Sorry.
No. You need to stay with them. For now. There are so many that need to be protected. Sorry? No. You have to stay with them now. There's so many that have to be protected. Don't worry. I'm hard to find. But not impossible. She makes a gesture that isn't quite clear, although those with enough linguistics may recognize it as a gesture known in the South as a surreptitious way to say, "I love you."
Well, that's nice.
And then she leaps out the window. Unless anyone tries to stop her, technically, she has to take a combat movement action because you are in combat. Is anyone here going to try and stop Juin from leaving?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Then you are no longer in combat.
Oh, come on, y'all. Make it go one more round so we can gain some moats.
Right?
Can you? I slap Pyres in the face.
What?
I
Ow.
kick Fear's
He's
dead
considered
body.
a trivial opponent, and you do not regain motes.
No, no.
Fucking roasted. Holy shit.
Quick, I'm gonna
Damn
go
it.
punch the other tied up person we've got.
God
Give me
damn
motes,
it.
give me motes.
Revan, come here.
Motes. More motes.
Food fight.
It's absolutely incredible.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Ugh.
fucking roasted. That's good.
You're a trivial opponent because you don't intend her any harm.
No, I know. Oh, you want me to intend her harm? Okay. No, I do understand.
Slappers only.
It's my fave.
Yeah.
No, I need my breath of war.
Oh, okay.
Rules are in battle.
So,
Well, I'm untying Fracken.
Whoop.
Why? Oresta
Wait.
like projects towards across the room.
Because I gotta know.
Damn it, Gale. Fuck.
it is almost 8 o'clock.
Yep, but it's not 8, so I'm not.
Okay.
After 8.
Whoa, mints.
I was just. Thank you. Just thinking it.
Okay. Is anyone trying to stop her?
I'm at least gonna close to a distance, if possible, in which I could try to.
Okay, I'm
add
actually gonna
the
get some water.
escapee. Okay.
So you,
Wine refill.
Thank you.
yeah,
All right.
Can you do me a favor?
you discuss your
Mute
battle
yourself,
tactics.
Make
probably.
sure there's nothing on in the kitchen. I don't think so.
Right back.
It's probably someone else. Sometimes you get
Oh yeah, I
living in
smell
a,
it too.
Thanks, Liz. Sometimes living in an apartment building, you get wafts of other people's like food, right? Or
Yeah,
whatever.
just want to make
When
sure it's there. It's not like
well,
your kitchen on fire.
when you
Yeah.
like when it's burning, you know, you're like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
always a little concerning.
Um.
Hi.
So, Kathak House's best house.
Didn't think anyone was gonna fucking go after that. Oh, hi over the Glen. What's going on?
Oh, hi.
Didn't think anyone was gonna. What's the word I'm looking for? Say that we're wrong. That's what I'm saying. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Disagree.
Oh.
Disagree. Thanks, Liz. It's like a really common word.
Kathak attack.
Attack, attack.
I know,
Curiosity
I didn't get
kills
to
the
yeet
game.
anyone. Quick, let's make up a scenario in which I can yeet one of you before this.
Yeet me at
game's
Kraken.
over.
Let's go.
Don't worry, if she attacks, at least we'll be back in battle and can
Sometimes
start
she
regaining
attacks,
motes
sometimes
again.
After
at
we
the end,
spend a round of motes. Yeah, I'm so low on motes right now.
If
I've
we
I am
survive-
also.
Yo, me too.
It's
I've
really
got
bad.
3
actually.
personal, 9 peripheral.
Well, because I don't know how much time has I presumably not an hour has passed
No.
in this
Been very
friggin'
busy.
room.
We'll be in downtime soon because either Kraken's gonna get away or
We're all gonna die.
we're gonna. Can we fuse the Rakens back together? Do you think somehow? Like,
No,
I'm sorry, they're not the same
I
person.
think it's been so I think one of like
in there.
Nuven's assistants or someone who was just chilling around in the area suddenly exalted and
Yeah.
like became a different
Yeah,
person.
someone took the power of said god when it
Let's
was offered.
find
to
out
them.
who it is by looking through the old school records.
Or
to the
ask
library.
Fracken. Oh
No.
no, the library.
No.
We can ask her things. She's a person. She might answer. She's not like a liar. She's a cheater, but she's not a liar.
Yes, well, she just can't answer anything while she's tied up.
No,
which
I
is
know,
why
so
I'm
She
I'm
doesn't
tying her.
want to answer anything while she's tied up, and she's just playing to get herself freed because she's a dirty, filthy, stinking cheater.
Possible.
Hang on.
But it's a
Who
risk
punched me?
I've got to take
I have an
based
important
on my
question.
defining intimacy.
Aragwen, so kind.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks, Aragwen.
Thank you
So-
for making it.
Semi-serious question.
Yes.
Let's take it as read that Fracken can't be constrained, right? Does that mean that Bracken operates better when she is constrained? This is my question, and I know it sounds weird. and I'm
Okay,
sorry,
so I
but
get it.
serious.
Bracken likes being tied up. That's
Well,
what
this is my
she's with
question.
you
This is
in
Are
and the
we,
whip,
like, reading
and
into their
then
sex lives?
Yes, I
Fracken
think
Okay.
so.
likes to be
Alright.
free.
It's sub-only chat tonight, baby.
It's sub only chat every night if
I
Aragwen's
know.
around.
I don't think that's how that works.
All
Oh
right, you know
my.
what? It's worth a try. Everyone
Pyres?
split up.
Pyres, take this rope, this wax, and go handle Bracken. What?
No one else is gonna get the wax reference. because-
Oh yeah, that was from earlier today. Sorry.
So Scott was saying, how ridiculous would it be if we rolled joint battle and then the first thing Pyres does is plug his ears, and then I was
Against
like,
Fracken.
yeah, Pyres could use some of his sex wax that he keeps in his bag.
And then you were like, "Excuse me, single
So,
edges
single
bag."
edges bag.
There we
Thank you
go.
very much. The idea that you just plug your ears with it.
I really like the idea that singing like Nightingale style, you can just be like la 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 la. Actually, I had an idea for a stunt, but I'll save it for if we end up fighting
Survive.
her again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, it would never work, which is the best thing.
Ugh.
Ooh. It's for surfboards.
Okay,
Surfboards.
there we
Oh,
go.
this is-
Ugh.
No, come on.
Ooh, this is
There we
very
go.
exciting. Exactly.
Otherwise, I think that we need to figure out how to deal with Fracken. Other than kinky sex play. Because, I mean, we could try that.
Well, you could try.
Plan G.
Quick, does anyone have a leash? Okay, someone else, do you have, like, someone talk down to them. Someone else talk up to
Well,
them.
the woman with the whip is already
Talk
gone.
down and talk up.
Oh, you suck. You're amazing. I'm worthless.
so
You're
amazing.
worthless.
Oh,
I'm
This
worthless.
is so confusing and sexy at the same time. I sure do, Requiem.
Aragwen, we
Oh,
needed
no.
you to
Oh,
keep the
no,
peace.
no, Aragwen, I'm sorry. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. What have
No.
we done?
Anyway.
No,
Anyway.
just way.
So if this kills me,
I don't think she's gonna kill you. I think she's just gonna try to get away after she tells you something about
That's
her.
fair.
Says me. Nay.
I mean, then at least we could start regaining motes without.
Yeah, we just need to
Impede.
get into combat, but keep holding our action.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything this round. We gain 5 months. That's so woof.
Shit, he's back.
Ah, thanks, Krister.
That's true, but it brings in a little more.
Oh, John, everyone's gone to horny jail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Horny jail? Why horny
Yeah.
jail?
You
We
missed
were
it.
talking about a lot of things.
Well, I can give you the coals.
Hallway
notes.
lights off.
I wouldn't.
There we go.
I wouldn't bother. Okay, all right.
And you unmuted. You're so good
Quick
at
rat
this.
act match.
Yes. It's almost like I've done it before. Are we ready?
Hello. Yes. Yep,
Apologies for the interruption.
sorry. Oh, not at all.
We got an hour left to go in this season. Let's
Whoa.
make it work.
Whoa.
So you are untying, and everyone else is just letting this happen?
We're moving into,
yeah.
I think, closer, short or close range with Fracken.
Yeah, I'm crossing to be able to hopefully tackle Fracken before she skitters away.
Now I'm keeping Soaring Eye nearby. So if she did try to like do Nightingale style, I would like try to sever her larynx, but like, that might, I probably wouldn't get there in time, but it's near.
Well, you're unwrapping heavy chain from around her. There's only so much that you can do with one hand. What's your
Exactly.
strength?
Oh, it's not very strong. It's 2.
You definitely can't like hold one to her throat while you're unwrapping with the
No,
other
I
one.
think it's just nearby, so I can do a quick grab and slash kind of thing.
Grab and slash.
If needed.
Okay, as you start unwrapping it, I should just point out what the others are doing. Flavienne is looking down. I cannot say that I do not approve.
At Buren?
He was a prick.
I still think he would have given us more answers without her around.
I don't know. Siantel is looking at Fracken and at Gale Whispered quite cautiously. Are you sure that's a good idea?
If there's something she wants to say, I'm giving her the chance to say it. But if it looks like she goes into that screamy singing thing that she does, can I count on you to take care of that?
Yeah, you can.
I want to hear what you were up to, by the way. When we were in the tunnels.
It wasn't that interesting.
I mean,
That's a lie.
that's definitely a lie, yeah.
We'll come back to that later.
When you finally undo the bonds, Fracken just uncomfortable.
So
No.
what were you trying to say before?
I was trying to tell you that you need to let me go. Now. Or else I'll bring the building down around all of you. You know I can do it. Even if you have your friend here at the ready.
Tell me
It
who
will
you
occur
are.
before I die.
Tell me who you are and what you are. Seems like there's a lot you want to get off your chest.
I see no reason to cooperate with you any longer.
Why can't you be bound?
That's a good question.
And why do you look like her?
Because she doesn't deserve who she is. And
Is she
someone
exalted
else needs
before
to
you?
take her place.
So she exalted before you did, but you now feel entitled to her place.
It isn't about entitlement. It's about how the universe should work.
You're talking about Don,
Don?
isn't it? Don?
That's a changeling term.
Changeling?
Fuck! What's fate? You're talking about fate. Sorry, that was loud.
Wow,
problem.
capital F.
No problem. I think we all like a little fuck now and then. Fuck.
I was so proud of
boy.
myself
Good
for
job.
remembering too.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
So sad. So what, like the loom of fate?
She starts to hum. And then she looks up at you. And she's speaking as she's humming. She's not activating any martial arts just yet.
Do I
You can-
actually know that?
I mean, nothing's happening. I told you I'm not answering your questions anymore. Goodbye, Lidal Gale whispered. I trust we shall never meet again. And she turns and she starts to walk away, and then she...
Is pulled back because my wrist is bound to her wrist.
Oh,
That's what the message must have been.
that's so
Interesting.
tricky. That's so tricksy.
This is interesting. What happens when you cheat a cheater?
Double cheat.
Right. How can you trust anything I tell you?
I can't, but I'll be the judge of that.
Why should I even cooperate with you?
Because I think you want something from us and from this place. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here.
I got what I wanted.
And what was that specifically?
She looks at Viren's body.
Oh, so you wanted him dead.
I didn't say that.
What did you want with him then?
I don't see a reason to answer you.
Hey, I could read intentions.
You absolutely can read intentions.
Intimacies toward. Let's start with Viren
Okay.
because she was just looking at him. So I'm trying to.
Her guile is 6.
Okie doke. Does she count as faculty?
God, no.
No, wait. No, sorry, never mind. That's my stealth anyway. It's all okay.
Also, no.
Does anyone count as faculty anymore?
Whoa.
Yes, when she took the specialty,
Yeah.
I specifically confirmed with her that it would count even after her graduation.
Cool.
What about after the death of many of the faculty members?
It's okay. She steps into
Ew.
like a different school building. Anyone
that's
that's a
true. It
teacher.
still
Anywhere.
applies.
It's funny, it's very easy for her to hide from anybody who's dead.
Always
ahead.
applies now. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Rude.
Go ahead.
3 successes. I know.
What did you tie her with, by the way?
Cold iron?
No, I have it was whatever I could grab, and I have like a piece of like cord that holds my soaring eye bag closed when it's in a bag, so I just use that. It's not strong. Gale's hoping that the symbol of it means something, but
I'll make a deal with you. If we step outside, then I will tell you and only you if you promise not to tell anyone except other members of your hearth.
Who's here that you need to not hear this information then?
She points to Bracken. She points to Brevin. She points to the 40 other students who are wounded surrounding you.
What makes us different?
I gave you my tomes.
Okay. Everyone, we're going outside.
No, just you.
I'm going outside.
Gale,
What?
she's going to kill you.
If she kills me, then avenge me.
No, it's fine. She can go. And I say, no,
What
it's
am I supposed
fine.
to do with that?
She can go, and I point to like a specific door. Because I'm just gonna
Oh,
pull my
yeah,
wall
yeah.
trick again. So,
Okay. No, it's I look with much concern into Gale's eyes. I know we want to know, but she hasn't proven that she needs anything from us, or I just think she wants to get out of here. And she'll do anything to go.
What benefit does she give us being here and being petulant?
You're right. You're right, Commander.
Yeah, I just need to know You want to know, but I need to know.
We know.
So I'm going, and that's that.
Oh, Lily.
Thanks, friends. See you in a sec.
I start preparing a funeral pyre for
Funeral
Gale Whispered's
pyre.
body.
So you just set yourself on fire and give someone a hug?
No, I'm gonna put on my nicest suit. It's a funeral pyre. Okay, funeral
Yeah,
pyre.
I scale the wall so that I can peer out. Well, there goes another 4 modes.
Okay.
Oh, hi Ripley. You should come.
So you're walking out with her?
Yeah. Yep.
Come on, Ripley.
Okay, as you step outside.
Jesus.
That's far enough.
You seem to be in a remarkably arrogant mood. That you can give me commands. You can't. First, and then she just takes her finger and just pops off the thing. She doesn't move beyond that, but she just pops the string off. Clever. What is it you want to know?
I want to know what your intentions were with the House of Bells and with Viren. I want to know if there are others like you.
Viren needed advice on how he could find a way to turn against the anathema here at the House of Bells. And he wanted to do it using a fashion in which others would turn to him and realize that he had done something great. Viren also wanted to create a situation in which doubt would be cast upon the House of Bells itself and turn the realm against it. He succeeded with my help because I made him a games master.
Gasp.
You. How did you make him a games master?
I just can.
No.
Really?
That's not how that works.
Of course it is. How do you master war or throw your shiny disc? It's a part of you.
Practice.
And I know how to create games masters.
You can just make something a reality.
No, I can speak with someone and convince them what to do because
There,
I'm
thank
smart.
you. Now who's being arrogant? You can't just snap your fingers and change the loom.
Of course I can. The loom is incorrect. There's a serious, rumble in her chest at that.
Oh, that's very interesting. So are you setting it to rights then?
I'm doing what I must.
Are you working alone?
She tells you.
I'm assuming you're not going to tell me the answer to this, but what will you do once you leave here?
I'm going to make sure that everyone understands what happened here today.
So you're going to give them the story that Viren wanted. You're going to spread the lies that he wanted you to tell.
Isn't the truth far more interesting?
Ooh.
Goodbye, the
But
dog
what-
Gale whispered.
Wait, no. What else can you do? What other powers? We see that you have access to.
She turns
certain
around and
martial
she
arts.
starts to walk away.
I need. Okay, there's got to be can you do things like Bracken can do, or is this something different? Did you even exist before you exalted?
She stops and then she turns around. I'm going to give you an obel's worth of advice. If I don't owe you anything, I won't give you anything. And she continues to walk away.
I'm gonna find you. I'll track you down.
She starts gingerly stepping around some crushed bits of obsidian And then when she comes upon the lean-to that Garavel was hiding underneath, she just looks at it and goes, and continues on.
Horrible. What's her name?
What's your real name? No.
Nothing, eh?
Fair. Good call.
Okay.
She's not answering anything anymore.
That's
fair. Well, I'm going back in.
You heard the whole thing.
Yeah, I like sit on the windowsill, but like facing back inward.
Gale! I'm gonna run over and give Gale a big old hug. Are you okay? What'd she do to you?
Nothing. She left. I had more questions.
When do you not have more questions?
If I want to get the truth out of her, then I need to get some leverage. So I need to find out what she cares about, and I need to gain control of it. That's all there is to it. So that's my next step. What's everybody else doing? Also, I need to figure out that map.
I mean, I think our next step is figuring out what to do about the school that we all went to this morning.
Brevin approaches the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop down from the windowsill straight without climbing.
Seven Fingers is asleep. Which makes... Well, I don't even know who that makes the commander now. He looks at Bracken, he looks at Oresta.
I guess I'll give Bracken a quick glance to see if she looks like she's gonna try to assert leadership.
The House of Bells has fallen.
It has.
If what Viren said is true, it does mean that all of us are no longer considered to be allies of the realm.
If those orders really did come from Fokuf, then we apparently have defied the throne by virtue of defending ourselves against an unknown attack.
We don't know what happened here. We don't know whether Fokuf gave an order or not.
No.
And if what he said was true about what he was trying to accomplish and the allies he had, then there's definitely dealings happening above Fokuf's head and behind his back. I think this goes higher than the Regent.
Gale Whispered, could you roll me some intelligence war, please?
Sure can.
Look. If there's one thing that I know, it's that we are in trouble. Not because of who I am, and Siantel just sort of is like, don't fucking say it, there's too many goddamn people around.
You're no more special than any of the other of us here.
But it's not just about us. There are hundreds of students out there. And if we travel together as a unit, we'll be easy to find.
5.
You estimate that you have approximately a day. After a day, there will be reinforcements who will probably show up. Whether or not they're involved with Viren, however, that's a question that you don't have the answer to. Because, after all, mass destruction just laid waste to a location that should be almost impossible to take over. Someone's going to come in and try to find out what happened. You have one day before others show up. And whether they're on your side or not is difficult to tell. But if what Viren said is true, and that at this point the attack will be blamed on Anathema, it is very possible that anybody who is caught as somebody who was part of the House of Bells' defense may be considered an enemy of the state.
So I relay this. The way I see it is we have a few options. First option is stay here, plead our case, and hope that they understand what really happened here. We use the next day to gather evidence, we gather testimonials, and we do our best using our very persuasive people here. Option 2 is only some of us remain. Those who Kathak morale saw our faces, those who might be compromised by Bracken. So we remain and everybody else leaves because you might not be implicated if you just go home. If you say that the school was evacuated, you could get out. And another option is we all flee. Maybe in separate groups.
Do not. I took charge in a difficult situation. I'm not interested in trying to command these students. My peers, my upperclassmen. I cannot ask them to stay here or to flee with us. I will not do that. So I think that it's... I don't know whether staying here would be the right choice, even just for the few of us. I don't know whether that would be a defensible position. But I do think that we have to leave the students the freedom to go home. Go wherever they think is fit. But know that they should watch their backs and each other's backs.
It would be a disservice to them, I think, Commander, to not let them know the threat that they may be under. If they go home, there's every possibility that their families, that their houses may sell them out, or simply that that's where they'll be looked for. I don't think the realm is necessarily an open revolt. I can't imagine Viren had so much support that he's able to orchestrate a full-blown civil war. But I think it would be a disservice to them to not let them know the possibility.
I propose giving a seminar of sorts on exactly what happened so that everybody can be consistent in their retelling of it.
And I think we should be as straightforward as possible. The fewer lies they have to tell, the better.
Mm-hmm.
They woke up, some of them were given orders to attack, some of them were attacked and defended. Leave it at that. Let them blame me. I took charge.
No, let them blame Garavel.
Garavel?
He's already dead.
Why not
You
Nuven?
would sully his name in death?
Why not Nuven?
Okay.
You would sully her name in death?
She's at least the headmaster. Whatever the proper fucking term is that I can...
Commandant.
Commandant, thank you.
It's much better to be a faculty member or the commandant. This isn't about honor, this is about strategy and staying alive.
I don't understand why we can't tell the truth.
Say that Oresta rallied a group of cadets to fight back against their own, to fight back against Viren, who had a signed order from the regent.
We didn't know that. They didn't. They still don't know that. No.
I would leave
They
that part out, yeah.
woke up, were given orders, and followed them.
Indeed.
They woke up, were attacked, and followed orders to defend themselves.
Do you think that facts are going to make a difference here?
No. But being caught in a lie is going to be harder on them in the long run.
If they believe that we were indeed corrupted, then any attack would be seen as an act of correction.
And so they're going home corrected. They managed to survive and they see the wrong of their teachings. They're going home to be cleansed and retaught, re-educated. Where else would they go but home?
There are
think
many
you-
places for princes of the earth.
And that is their choice.
Well, I won't be going home.
Me neither. I've been waiting for an excuse for this. This works.
What do you think, Commander? Arjif? Investigate the heightened
No,
sense? What?
yes, Arjif, fine, but not my house.
Why would we go to your house?
I live in Arjif.
Oh, it's never come up.
She's Ladal.
Okay. I think I probably knew
Just
that.
not
Whack up the backside of his head. Like,
Oh, fuck! Oh, God, you're so strong.
Don't bully him.
oh no, I have to beat myself up. Counter
Oh,
self-defining
no, this is
intimacy.
terrible.
Oh no, great
I
curse.
also have an intimacy.
Oh no, we
one.
gotta regain our oath.
Okay.
I mean,
Our
our
moats,
moats,
yeah.
our moats.
Moats. Okay. I think it's clear then. Former cadets of the House of Bells, I bellow out to the room.
You might need a runner. Do you need me to assemble the troops?
I gotta regain quick for that.
Sure, but I'm gonna say it loud anyway. But make sure no
Yeah,
one
but there's a bunch
dallies.
of people in a whole bunch of other
Yeah,
buildings.
make sure no one dallies.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Snoing.
All prisoners of war to be brought in here. We have much to discuss, much to tell you of.
War. This wasn't war. This was a convenient operation.
It was.
Who was that just speaking?
Siantel.
Oh.
No one has found Leanne.
Does make me wonder though if Viren maybe had ties to various factions.
It'd be very easy to unite zealots in any house under the banner of destroying anathema. Especially if he was right
Especially
about
if
half
other
the students being corrupted
if
this
other
way.
goals were realized at the same time,
Sure.
if it aligned with other people's agendas.
Of course.
I just don't know where to begin. If there's a conspiracy out there, I don't know where we're gonna start.
Step one, survive.
Yeah. Well, that we can do.
Step 2, I grab the map, research.
Research, regroup,
No.
find
it's not as-
somewhere, move in the direction of our first lead. Stay safe. We do not have the upper hand in whatever this is. Once the troops are assembled, I mean, I don't know whether folks have other things to discuss before.
I'm just trying not to interrupt your conversation here. If your conversation's over, then we can move forward.
I don't know. Do folks have other things to say before everyone's gathered?
No, Gale's trying to think if there's a way she could say we could turn this to our advantage. But there's none.
Yet.
Eventually, you have the assembled. You can't pack them all in the lecture hall, though, so you'll have to do it outside.
Great. Today marks the end of the House of Bells. First year, 7th years. 2nd through 6th years. We are none of those things. We are princes of the earth. Members of the realm. I want to turn to Pyres and maybe give him the opportunity to...
Yeah, I'll step forward and kind of scan the crowd as well. What Oresta says is true. The buildings are still here, but the spirit is gone from this place. And if you don't already know, then now is the time to find out. We cannot all leave this place together. It's easier to find it. The larger the army, the easier it is to find. And people are hunting us now. Those who came here today, we managed to repel the attack, but we have not won the war. And truth be told, I'm not sure it's a war that can be won in a battle or two. Gale Whispered. We would suggest... No. We would insist As cadets at the House of Bells, you all have an honor, a spark, a spirit in you. One that can be useful out there in the realm and in creation at large. Some of you will want to return home, and I think that is right. Honestly, I miss home myself, but I can't return. It's a bit too dangerous for me. I say like, ding, you know? Oh, it's a bit too dangerous for me.
Is that when like your tunic pops open?
A button.
Well,
It's
already
off.
still
He's
fluttering,
still
right?
wearing it as a
Okay,
cape.
all right.
I've tried to like button it back up with a single toggle, and it's just like boing. Ridiculous. I want everyone to know that they have the opportunity to do what they want. I'm not trying to persuade any. This isn't one of those scenes from a drama that you all have loved so much, or maybe it's just me, where one person says, no, don't follow me, and everyone throws up their hands. This isn't like that. This is serious. Go your own way. If that takes you home to your family, so be it. If that takes you out into the realm to find a path, to find something that you know you can do well, then do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want everyone to be careful. This is the most important thing. Be careful. The agents who were here today are, some of them are still at large, and they may have very powerful allies. Watch each other's backs. I'll be accompanying my Fang out there so we can watch out for each other. I recommend people do the same, but I can't force you. Do what feels right for you. And I turn to Oresta. Is there anything else that we should?
Gale, tactical details that are relevant to them to know.
Tat decals.
I would like to rattle off like a very clear and truthful retelling of what happened.
Oh damn.
Like it's a recap.
So you are revealing to everyone that Juin is anathema?
No, sorry.
Not everyone.
So
So
no,
not
like basically saying like what they would have experienced from the time of waking up, like just to make everything really clear for them. I am leaving out Juin. I am leaving out Fracken. And I guess I'm leaving out how Viren was killed.
So, okay, because the thing, then are you leaving in Bracken?
Bracken can stay. That's okay. Faculty.
So you let people know that she's an exigent?
No.
So
just that she
like
was
essentially
here.
just the events of
Yeah,
the day
the
in terms of
events, not-
sorcery,
like
armies.
yeah, you know, when
Fighting.
we woke up, these two.
Okay, so
these
essentially
two years
everything that
was-
happened outside the lecture hall.
Yeah.
Because I'll point out that all of the students who were in the lecture hall who were injured were witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, they saw this shit.
I'm not gonna tell them to lie. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. It's true. Word might get out, and we also have a Yatimian potentially wandering around telling a certain story. So, you know. Oh, and also, if it comes down to it, if you have a choice between taking the blame yourself and blaming the Fang of the Lost Hand, you should blame the Fang of the Lost Hand. Kind of look around at everybody before saying that.
Yeah, we can take it.
We've been the odd ones out all year, so
It
may as well
fits.
continue that in graduation.
It fits with the rumor. Fits with
Yeah,
the
that
old
is
name. But if you're going to single one person out, I started giving orders.
Nope, it's all of us. It was all of us together. Thanks, Commander, but no.
I think y'all need to take a seat for just a second, and I think that they need to hear from something else. Just for a moment, if you don't mind. I'm just gonna go up there.
They don't have to listen to you if they don't want to.
Yeah,
But I'm letting him.
they
Like,
absolutely need to listen to me. All right, listen up, everybody out there. Here's the thing. None of you would have been alive today if it weren't for the commander and for the Fang of the Lost Hand. None of you. It's a reasonable assumption to make that without their leadership and without the advanced knowledge that they had, along with the tactics that they devised, that we would have died alongside the rest of the faculty. But we didn't. But they don't need to know that. They don't need to know that we're alive. They don't need to know why. Which means that it's going to be up to all of you to determine what you're going to do when you walk out of here today, because they are being good enough to not tell you what to do. But if there's one thing, we all came here to be soldiers. We don't get to be soldiers anymore, not for a little while, not until we can clear what happened here. But we're still soldiers in here. And if there's one thing that I do know, it's that 10,000 dragons act as one. The ones that attacked us today, perhaps they didn't know what they were doing. The ones that engineered the attack today, they did. And you have to ask yourself whether you want them to win or us. And if you want us to win, you need to think very long and hard about what you say, what happened here today, and especially who was responsible for keeping your sorry asses alive.
I'd like to start some applause, like a slow clap for Quick Rat, which I'm hoping will translate into like a, applause from everyone.
Honor is gonna get you killed, but honor is gonna save your ass. This one he's doing quietly, not to like the entire group.
Not everyone.
And if you want to be known for your deeds, that's fine. If you want to stay alive, that's fine. But right now you can't do both. Not until we figure out how to get out of this mess.
Our understanding is that we have about a day until any reinforcements or whatever would show up. So please feel free to gather your belongings. We're going to be making a sweep of the campus. Be safe. Dismissed.
For the last time.
Less dismissed.
So, where are we going to go? Or are we...
To our barracks to get our stuff, especially those of us who don't have our weapons or our armor. To take one last sweep for any friends that may have been slightly pinned, but otherwise okay.
Where are we going to go?
I vote. Oh, yep.
Is Arjif a good direction?
Are we staying together?
I will not force anyone to join us.
I want to stay with all of you.
I know Arjif best, so I should go too.
We're hearthmates. And that doesn't mean we can't not go together, but I think there's some sort of strength in numbers here. We can watch each other's backs. And frankly, I'm not going to be able to investigate anything on my own because I don't know.
Numbers is going to get us killed.
And I can't open a pickle jar without Oresta.
Like
Numbers gets us killed.
I look at Sientel specifically.
If we start wandering around, that's 5. That's like putting a banner above our heads that we are the Lost Fang.
So what are you suggesting?
I think the 3 of you know what you need to do.
Nope. Bye. Fuck you all. I hate you. And I'm gonna start jogging off towards the barracks.
Whoa! Whoa, damn!
Oh, watch out for the butterflies on the ground.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Fuck. My fate. Commander! I'm gonna jog off after Oresta.
She's
Meet
not
these
a
other-
commander anymore. We're not military anymore.
Damn.
Where is this coming from?
If there's one thing that they taught me, if there's one thing that they drilled into me that wasn't keep a secret, it was stay alive. Whatever the cost. Whatever you had to do. What makes you think that us staying together is actually to our benefit? If we move as 5, they're going to know. We'll be tracked.
It might not be to our benefit, but if that's not what everybody wants, then I don't really care. If Oresta decides that it's the right move, then so be it. But otherwise, I'm staying with her. What are you gonna do? Stay alive, I guess. Oh.
I just don't think it's that easy.
It's not. It hasn't been that easy all year.
I'm not saying that this is it, that you'll never see me again or anything like that. I'm just... If I stay with you, then there's a risk. There's always going to be a risk. But the risk is going to be higher if we move together.
Our names, our houses, our loved ones, all of that news is going to spread. I really don't think us moving as 1 is so much more dangerous than us moving as 5. I think we have targets on our backs. It's just 1 is slightly bigger than the other.
You're the tactician. And if there's one thing that I know, it's that if you really, really, really look at it, you'll be able to figure out what we should do, what the strategy is.
I know what the strategy is, and I also know what's unacceptable. And breaking up a hearth where not everyone's on board, that's unacceptable.
I'm not breaking up a hearth.
Yes, you are.
I'm saying that maybe we're going to have to travel apart for a little while. You'll still know where I am. I'll always know where you are.
Yes, if that's good enough for you.
You got to think of the tactical analysis on this one.
I'm gonna go pack.
Okay. Pyres?
I jogged after Oresta.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to catch up.
So the 3 of you are headed off to the barracks?
Yeah, we left Fliv behind with nary a word.
Well, I left all of you behind.
You left all of us behind with a couple of words.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Flavian didn't go with you, actually, then she just heard that entire conversation.
Straight up, yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, it's probably private, you know. Yay! Wait, no, that's not good.
No, go away.
Wait.
Report poll.
Oops. There we go. I wanted to see the results.
Report.
No one decided to go fetal and cry, so that's good.
No, but 2 people are traitors.
One of them was
shit.
Anyway, we got to continue on this.
There isn't even here.
Yeah. Commander.
Yeah.
I just want to be really clear. Are you walking away from all of us, or just from the people who are like?
I'm not breaking them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I see.
You and I can go punch the world, but I'm not only picking Gale or Santel. Or slice the world, I guess, in your case, whatever.
I like to punch too sometimes. Yeah,
You're gonna be useful against your sister to...
I'll also be a liability against my
against.
sister, but you know.
No, she's the reason, you're the reason she changed her mind.
What?
It's only when I brought you up that she faltered.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And she just kind of went a little nuts?
Yeah. think she suddenly had to weigh things in balance. Couldn't figure out where that landed. Just like that's going on. I gesture back towards Gale and Ciantellar.
Well, Gale's now approaching.
So what do you two want to do? Because I can make myself useful either with the group or elsewhere. It's fine by me.
Elsewhere.
Just give me some orders, and I'll make a plan around them.
Did you not hear our speech? You don't get.
I'm gonna
You
stop.
don't get orders.
You're my fang.
Follow your heart, Gale. And that's probably being pulled in two directions. But I
You
can't
two are
answer
going
this
together.
one for you. Sorry.
You two are going together.
Yeah,
You're going to Arjef.
that's the plan. That's a lead. If we can figure out what's happening, if we can figure out who's operating the ship and maybe what they were hoping to arm or pay off, that's something.
Would it make sense to leave the Blessed Isle?
That's true too. If it makes sense to leave the Blessed Isle, that'd be a good place to go from.
I'll go with you to there. I need to find out more about who that person was.
Not Bracken.
Not Bracken.
Bracken. No.
Fracken.
Oh,
I
she
need-
said it in game.
I need to find out who that was. Maybe Arjif will give a clue as to where I can go next to find some information. And I need to keep studying this.
Yeah.
If you're
Carb.
looking about Kathak politics and stuff, that's not really my thing, but
Incredible.
I can gather information on other threats and we can rendezvous.
Or you can stay with us and we can do all that at the same time.
Right? I guess we can figure it out when we go to Arjif. Ciantel doesn't sound like she wants to go with us.
I think her initial point does make a certain amount of sense. Traveling as 5, at least here, is risky, which is why I mentioned maybe leaving the Isle.
Can I make a suggestion before we go? I know we're in a little bit of a rush, but I think we can take at least a minute. What if we just do one more drink up in the bell tower, the 5 of us? If we're going to go our separate ways and we will see each other again, at least send it off with some sort of ceremony, you know? I'm going to have one regardless if anyone else comes with, so I just wanted to offer so I'm not alone.
Gale
basically.
looks at the bell tower to see if it's even still standing.
Fucking great question, actually.
Bell tower is still standing. It wasn't part of the
Yes!
administration section.
Structurally unsound.
Yeah,
All 5 of us. Yeah.
I'll catch you up there in a few. And I'm gonna divert to like the first year's barracks and then start procedurally like, or no, I guess I'm gonna divert to a janitorial closet and find a broom, and then start literally sweeping through through each year's barracks
Absolutely incredible.
so that I can get rid of the obsidian butterflies.
Yeah. I'd like to go back to where I just ran away from Ciantel and Flavienne. I'll call for them if I have to. I want to find them both.
Flaviana actually is on the way to the barracks when you start to leave him.
Hey. Look, I know we're gonna be taking off soon, but like, do you want to grab a drink? Do you want to go up to the bell tower? Like the 5 of us, we could go up to the bell tower again one last time.
Yes, I suppose I do. But I don't know what to do about Ciantel. I don't know why she's acting this way.
Oh no. They're frozen.
Oh yeah, they are totally frozen.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's a...
I mean, at least like it's a German. They aren't like half blinking, but
Yeah, I guess. Now's the time to like do stuff to their pose.
quick screenshot it and draw like little smiley faces on them.
The party is already splitting.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, this is unfortunate timing. Oh, and
Oh,
now we're on the screen.
Now it's
twice.
just double us. Oh no, you
Alright.
can tell how badly framed we are for the call. Oh no. Hide it. No, our bad framing. Yeah. Oh, their computer shut off and reset. Oh no.
I imagine that might have been a cat.
Or maybe the heat, actually, because it's stupid hot outside. We're in
That's true.
AC, and they are not. Alas, alack.
That is indeed true.
Oh, yeah, because they were like still, and I was like, oh no, they're too still. Oh god, and it's not continuing. No. It's currently 29, feels like 29, apparently. High of 32 today. That's not a link from them.
Okay, well they're coming back up. So this is a reason why we don't like role playing from a distance. From a distance. No, we're not doing that. Role playing is hyphenated? No. Oh well.
The tag?
In the captions.
Oh, well, whatever. I mean, yeah. And we aren't like in the middle of combat. Yes, this place has air conditioning, and they will have air conditioning in their new place. I think that they're just not installing it since they're moving in 2 weeks.
So sorry, guys. I really don't know
That's-
what happened.
It's hot out.
It's all
The
right.
computer decided to be sad. Who knows?
We have a limited amount of time. Let's
Yeah.
get back to it.
Let's get back to it.
I don't know what to do about Siantel. I don't know what's going on with her.
I mean, she's probably a little like sad, you know?
She's doing what she's always done. She's surviving.
Hmm.
I don't think this is about her.
Wait, what do you mean?
In the epics, there are so many stories about artmates who abandon the art, and it's seen as such an horrible crime, except it's actually just because they're trying to save someone's life. I don't see that happening here. And there are times where somebody abandons an art because they are selfish and need to go off and do what they need, and I don't see that happening here either. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing.
We could ask. She's notoriously kind of tight-lipped on that sort of thing, but you never know. Right?
We could ask.
Hey, I don't mean to say it like that. I think she knows that there's a threat on her life, and all of a sudden it's not smart to travel all together given what she knows about herself. And that's probably pretty sad, you know? I would be.
I'll tell her about the bell tower. She won't be able to resist that.
Thanks.
I'll go find her. She runs off.
I am going to go attempt to procure us some ale or mead, and take it up to the bell tower with Gale Whispered if she'll come with.
Yeah, I'll go along.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm looking like I know that we haven't seen a few people that we knew specifically. So yeah, I'm gonna finish going through each barracks, checking.
Okay, well, that'll take quite a long time.
Yeah.
But now that you've done that,
Then I'm headed up to the tower.
okay. So for the two of you, same thing.
Yeah. We're just getting to the bell tower.
Yep.
Waiting
Waiting for
people.
the rest of the Fang of the Lost Hand.
Flavian drags Siontel up the stairs, sets her down, and then immediately walks over and grabs just a hunk of bread and just gah! And then sits.
Same. Same. Can I go sit like next to Siontel? And try to maybe buddy up a little bit?
Forward for somebody not wearing a shirt.
I'm sorry. And I like try to put the tatters back around myself. I'm gonna do a little tie right here. Right under my pecs. Sorry, I know we don't have that kind of relationship.
It's okay. You can have whatever relationship you want.
I feel like this whole year, X like weeks that have passed, other than all the shit, I guess, it's been such an incredible opportunity to get to know ourselves, get to know our own strengths, get to know what we do better with others. And I can't help but feel, Siontel, that you've just been sinking further and further away from us and from yourself.
I'm terrified of making the wrong decision. Because if I stay with you, if we get caught, then I'm worried that I'm doing it because I'm being selfish.
We're all being selfish. We're chasing down answers rather than throwing our necks before the throne.
I don't want your neck to be cut because of me.
It won't be because of you. Unless it's because you decided to try to be noble and go away and I needed someone to watch my back.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay.
I just keep thinking that there's a good chance that whoever gave me that order is dead.
I'd say a really good chance, actually.
In which case, no one's ever going to know. And I will have completed my work. And that's the horrible thing. That I succeeded, even if I didn't want to. The House of Bells fell.
You did everything that you could to defend it, to prevent it from falling. I understand where you're coming from. I know it feels like inadvertently you brought about the destruction of this place, maybe, but it's just not true.
You know, the library burnt down.
Yeah, I'm sorry again about that.
If all of the books had actually survived, I would have said that maybe the library didn't fully burn down. I don't think the House of Bells was destroyed.
Then what happened?
Cadets with this training that are now going out into the world. They're carrying this place with them. I think if you had truly succeeded in this task, all hope would have been destroyed. People wouldn't have rallied around Oresta. The students would have turned on the house themselves and gladly. That didn't happen.
Your task as written is complete. The letter of the word, not the spirit. And if all they give you is paper, they can't hold you at fault for not interpreting the spirit correctly.
Yeah, I mean, as far as that house is concerned, you should say you succeeded for sure. This is just more something to make you feel better.
You're the best. Woot woot.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is that it's very possible that if we split up, we're all just going to die separately.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna die, I kind of want it to be with you guys. Is that weird? Just want someone to cradle my body while I just take Pyres takes a long drink. That's... Thanks, Gale.
Is it the realm? Is it the House of Bells? Is it the Fang of the Lost Hand? Or the Heart? I don't know. I don't have that answer. I know that I need something to believe in right now. And maybe it is the realm. The true realm. The real realm. But I don't know. I know this. I know I can trust this.
As much as we sent the students off with the Fang of the Lost Hand ringing in their ears, from now, the Fang is gone. Your commander is gone. We are a hearth. We are 5. Together or apart, that will not change.
Siantel reaches up and she takes a small knife, like the kind of knife that you would use to cut food, still quite sharp. She gathers her hair and just saws it in one motion and just drops it.
Oh.
Hair grows back.
Yep, I mess up my already kind of messy hair and try to saw off chunks of it.
Pyres, roll for limit.
This is really gonna hurt, guys.
We can't look the same. Not immediately.
I think Pyres is gonna try to give himself he's gonna try to take more off one side than the other. You know what I mean? Try to give himself an asymmetrical haircut. No crafts. We'll see how that goes down. Oh, it's true, Requiem. Oh.
Do any of us have crafts? Including Flav and Siantel?
Oh, we don't know. Oh,
Is anybody good at this?
Just keep it going, please.
Yeah, we're gonna cut our hair and I'll pass the knife and we'll do the same.
It's just us now. Quick Rat's never gonna get his dinner.
I want to lean my head out the tower and see if there's any motion on the parts of campus I can see.
Can't see him right away.
Never say never.
Every person you tell is someone else who can help us, and it's someone who can hurt us. Which means we're going to have to make damn sure every person who knows is always going to be a liability.
Good thing I can always tell where you are then. Elbow her. Oresta knows how to control her strength, okay?
Whoa. It's gonna be okay. like, look, I know that we're potentially being hunted down by what is potentially a very large, well-armed group of people, but we don't know that they haven't just all kind of broken up and gone their separate ways without the leadership of Viren and whoever was above him. We don't know.
Exactly. And that's how we turn this to our advantage. We are a
Mhm.
unit, and they are fractured. And we will pick up the pieces and see how they fit together. And with that knowledge, we will actually have the upper hand. Because they don't know we're coming for them.
Ooh. Surprise attack.
We don't always have to walk side by side by side by side by side. Because we can sense each other. 2 can go east, 2 can go west. 1 can go north. But we can regroup at our destination. But our destination right now is Argif. There must be a quiet nook to read that you might know of, Gale.
Yes. I know many spots. Just promise we don't have to have family dinners at my house.
The further from your house, the better.
Thank
The
you.
more you say that, the more I think you want us to ask.
I don't.
Okay.
No.
Just checking.
I mean, still some dinner rolls or whatever, but
Yeah, that would be
like
great.
it'll be
course.
dinner from your house, but not.
Flavian perks up at this.
So, is that the plan then? We're all going to Argif? And Gale looks at Flavian and then Siantel.
I've got nowhere else to be just now. Fuck is Celsi.
I hold up my drink.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's a weird toast, but we'll take it for sure. To the Fang of the Lost Hand.
No. To the hearth of the one true bell.
And to following your hearth.
Yeah.
Boom.
I choose to hear that as hard.
That's why I said it.
That's very good.
I'm glad you found it.
And I think we'll end the season there.
Well then. Yeah. Eee!
GG, friends.
The camera, crane shot, it swoops out from the tower, panning over the devastation of the battlefield.
Ding.
Ah, fuck my ear.
And now that we all have new appearances, we're gonna have to sneak out of the House of Bell so none of the students see what we look like in case any of them turn on us.
Is that Pyres?
My god, that looks like Pyres, but with a hot haircut. It couldn't possibly be him, though.
Oh, it can't
No,
be.
it's
got
okay.
dirt
He's
on his
wearing a
face.
potato sack. He would never do that.
Sure. Put on a
Like
potato
Pyres
sack.
is wearing Oresta's clothes, which are like 10 muscles too big. Yeah.
10 muscles too big.
Bye, plucky hero and Gillard Good. Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks,
for sticking
folks.
Thank
around.
you,
I know it's
folks.
late. Good night, sleep well.
It turns out that Pyres is actually 7 packs ascending all along.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, are you saying that Five Paths was reborn as a terrestrial? Ugh. Just kidding.
Could I get someone?
Yes.
please?
Yay!
Yay.
Nailed it.
Well, thank you so much for your support, everyone. It's very appreciated. We do have some aftercare to take care of here. A reminder. I'm going to get this because we're going to lose some Europeans because they're going to crash. Next week on Sunday will be our Froyo session. We're going to reflect on the past. We're going to look to the future. We may not have all the answers, and I certainly am not going to give up all the answers, because one thing that we can say is that no matter what our next season will be, it will be Exalted, and it will be taking place in this storyline, this continuum. How exactly, we have yet to figure out, and some of that has to do with game systems, and some of that has to do with what we want to do. But for now, we're going to focus on what happened this session. Scott,
Yes.
I'm going to invite you to highlight a play.
Highlight a play. I'm gonna highlight I'm gonna highlight something that I think I highlight quite a bit, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna highlight Oresta's steadfast refusal to do things. No, I'm gonna highlight, Kate, your play to pretend to kill Viren. Like potentially pissing off a Nightcast feels, like a dangerous move, but it's all part of Oresta's like, this is what's right to me, this is what I have to do, sort of, feeling, which I love. It's a strong character choice, and I love that.
I want to highlight that Gale needed answers and was like, no, I'm going outside with this person. Like, it's happening. And, like, even when she was leaving, still asking the questions. It's just like, true to the last.
Over the Glen, everything is stealable. Everything. Elizabeth?
I loved Pyres' speech.
Huh? Oh, thanks. I got 40% of the votes.
It was great.
We got
fabulous.
40% of the votes.
And it was very Pyres.
Thank you.
Performing for a crowd.
That's true.
He's good at it.
Feels
He
natural.
just doesn't get many opportunities to do it.
And I'm going to ask what you learned. So, Scott.
Oh boy. I learned that I think what I learned is that Pyres is on track to discovering kind of what his intention is in the universe or in creation, and it definitely has to do with uniting the realm, peering into the hearts of those who would carry out evil, or at the very least carry out zealotry. That's what it has to do with, and I think that's like about as close as I've kind of gotten this season. It feels nice to have a direction there.
Elizabeth?
Gale was willing to die to find out what Fracken was, but she's not willing to go so far as to leave her hearthmates for answers. Like, she could go straight to the source right now if she wanted to, or at least try, but she's opting to stay with the group.
Oresta doesn't want to be the leader. Like, she wants to be able to make her own decisions without affecting dozens and dozens of people. She knows that her hearth is just gonna do what they think is best. But because in that building, her focus was on what she wanted to do, regardless of the greater repercussions.
I learned that the end of a season feels different than the end of a campaign. We don't know what's going to happen next. And so one of the balances that you kind of have to take is that when you end a season, you don't know if you're getting renewed for another one. You have to be able to provide a satisfying ending, even though you have to leave things open. And this is actually a first for us. We've never done that on RPGClinic before. So it is interesting because we're going to have to go off and we're going to have to have our discussions, and there's going to be some questions raised here and there. But I'm happy with how it ended, and I'm interested to see what will happen.
Good thing to learn.
Yep.
Says me. And I mean, I want to thank everybody around. I mean, we're going to do thank yous later as well, but like, I just want to thank everybody around the table. Like, yes, Kate and John and Liz. Well, okay, that's everybody. But like, just for making this such an incredible season of play. Like, I love being back in creation, and I think it's been really cool to take on a different, kind of angle in creation. It's been really fun so far. That sounds like it's over, but it's not over. I know it's not over. Cool.
Agreed.
Yes. Thank you.
We don't need to let melancholy sit in on us. We will have plenty of time to be melancholy next week. But what's coming up before then?
I am never melancholy on Tuesdays when I stream at 1800. If anything, I am loud fucking loud. Sergey in Space continues with the playthrough of the Outer Worlds. We have a lot of fun. Come and drop by and join me. I will have one more before the move, so, and then we'll pick up when we can after that. That's me. It's going to be exciting.
On Wednesday, I got whomped last Wednesday in chess. As I was hoping wasn't going to happen, but suspected was probably going to happen. But it was a great scrub check challenge anyway. I look forward to getting another one from here until Wednesday. If not, we'll find something. But if you're interested in giving me a unique challenge to see if I can accomplish something in 2 hours, it's up to you to throw that in there. Thursday on RPG Clinic's Clinic Hours, we're going to have a look. I think we're going to have access to the rules and the storyteller section of Exalted Essence, which means that we can take a dive. If you're not necessarily into Exalted, and if you're not, why the fuck are you here right now?
Yeah,
it's going to be a great way to see how I, as a designer, will go through rules and pick them apart and see what's going on. If you're into Essence, it'd be a great way to talk about how things are going to change and how things are going to stay the same. And if you're just into role-playing in general, you can come in with your questions, your comments, your hot takes, all that. 5 p.m. Eastern, Daylight Time, Thursday, right here on this channel.
We took Friday off for Punchy, but we're back. 6 o'clock Eastern on my channel, continuing the Punch Effect, Mass Effect with Commander Punchy. And then Saturday, as usual, there's the rewatch at 11 a.m. ET on this channel. And then at 3 p.m., we're starting a new Drew Crew, even though it's right before we move. And this is the secret at the ski jump. Y'all, you are not ready.
I think suggested by Aragwen originally, actually. I might be wrong.
It's possible.
I remember that.
It was one of the ones that arrived in the box.
Secret of the ski
CC.
jump is the lift tickets are too expensive. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, that's fine, Aragwen. That's fine. But yeah, look forward to it because we got to come up with new voices and all that shit. So it's gonna be a good time.
Sunday.
No stream. No
yep.
stream for me on Saturday night.
Okay.
Sometimes I stream on Saturday nights, but not for me this week.
Sunday we will be back here for what we call the Froyo. It is our wrap-up session. It is our retrospective on the season. And I will put out that there's a good chance that one of our one-shots will be Lasers and Feelings. Other one-shots, TBA.
Yeah.
If you have suggestions, we want to hear them. Especially because as we shift between one season to the next, we usually take that as an opportunity to look at our tech, look at the various things that we're doing, the one-shots that we want to play. We do care about your opinions, and the best place to give us your opinions, well, that would be the Discord. If you are so inclined, please join, and please let us know what you would like to see. We can't necessarily do everything that everybody suggests, obviously, but that doesn't mean we don't want to hear. It's important to us because, after all, you're just right here at the table as well.
Short is good, actually. Like Lasers and Feelings is literally a one-page. We definitely are probably going to lean particularly more towards one-pagers, quick, easy ones for us to grasp because we're potentially learning Essence. And moving and like other things are going on. So like,
moving.
brain space to also learn 3 extra systems for one-shots.
Woo, the easier, the better.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'll also point out that there are some things that we would really like to do, some games that we totally have planned, but they're going to wait until we can be all together in the same place again. As you saw today, sometimes things mess up, but also some games definitely would be much easier if we were in the same location. So
Yeah.
we had a hype train earlier today.
Yes.
You probably have heard us say this before, but bears repeating. It is thanks to your support that we were able to still bring you the quality of stream that we hope that we can right now, even though we're apart. Once we get back together, it'll still be your support that'll make sure that we can continue to do this. We love you for it. We really appreciate it. We also appreciate the work of our mods, Aragwen, Crosshair, Brick Wall. It's thanks to you that we just get to offload a little bit of our brains, and that's very, very appreciated.
Yeah, we do have a great chat.
It doesn't necessarily feel like it's the end of a campaign, because it's not. It's just the end of a chapter. But I hope that you'll join us next week so that we can decompress, laugh about it a little bit. We'll play some games. We always do.
Yeah.
But until then, no matter what, we are always headed.
Aw.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.